This is the fourth round from Madrid. We can see Anna. She is sitting here together with her opponent. She's playing against a young player from Guatemala, Francisco del Cid. They are speeding out the moves very, very quickly. We see a Queen's Gambit, and I am Pia Cramling. I am Anna's mother. I am commenting on the game that Anna are playing in, and she's playing in the chess festival in Madrid. She played in the Open tournament, and they are playing the fourth round. Unfortunately, Anna, but also her opponent, both of them have 0 out of 3. So it has been a tough tournament. And let's see what will happen here now. We have a Queen's Gambit, and so her opponent, what can he do? He can take on d5. He can go out with some of his pieces, with a knight or with a bishop. These are the main move here. So taking on d5, he went bishop g5 immediately. This is absolutely one of the main move. And I actually had the same position when I play in Norwich chess. I think I played. I think actually this I had this position on the board. Uh, on the board. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I had this position on the board when I play against Juven June in Norwich chess for 1 or 2 weeks ago. So let's see. Um, so okay. So we have this Queen's Gambit. I also went Bishop g5, and this. Ah, sorry, I will need to switch the board. The board is something wrong. We go with, I flip the board, and here we have it right now. Now is the right. Thank you for telling me there was something wrong with the notation, but now you can see that white, of course, will have the number 1 and 2. Now it should be right. So we have a Queen's Gambit accepted, and this is actually a little bit trap Anna is making. If you take here now, you have this pin, but this would absolutely be winning a piece for black. So it's just a little bit of a trap, and I just wanted to show it to the end here now. So her opponent knight b7 was played. He played e3, and here we have it. I put it up on the live board. I think the live board is working very well today. Yeah, it's good. Here we have it, and Anna played h6. This is one move just to tell. So white will need to make a decision here. There are only 3 possible moves, but you really don't want to take on f6. There are lines in Queen's Gambit where you take the knight, but normally I like to take it when you're not allowed to take back with the knight, because actually the knight is strongest here. We can see that this knight, so this is absolutely the main move. You are going back with the bishop. And now we can see that this is a threat of taking the pawn. So now I would say bishop e7 is the main move. You can also go something like e6. And so this, or you could go bishop b4. But if you go bishop b4, normally you don't play this h6 move. Let's see. Um, let's see here now. So now her opponent Anna is thinking a little bit. Let's see how it is, how she will play. But I think bishop e7 is the main move for me. You can also go c6, but it could be that you want to decide later where you have where you want to uh, what you want to do with the c pawn, because you have lots of different ideas playing here. So I just Let's see, what did she play? Anna played bishop e7. Here we have it on the board. We have bishop e7 on the board. I need to flip it back so we have the position like this. And we can see both of them have been playing this very. So they have both been blitzing out the moves. I'm happy to see that. Also, that Anna is playing quickly. She has um, uh, she has had problems with the time in the other games. And here we have knight f3. Uh-huh. We have knight f3, and we have just one of the main line here in the queen's gambit, where black has gone with the knight to b7. And I guess now Anna will go castling. This is absolutely the main move to play here now. Let's see. Will you hear me better now? Yes. Will you hear me better now? Does it work better? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. So we have a bit of issue with my sound. Let's see if I can make it better. Does it work better now? Do you hear me better now? So is it better now? Oh, okay. Now it seems to be good. Sorry, I am not the most technical person, but I hope it will be better now so you can hear me without echo. Oh, that's good. That's great. So we have a very, very common, I would say that this is the main line in the main line, one of the main lines. You have lots of different ways to play the Queen's Gambit. And it could be looking a little bit strange to have the knight bd7, but because this bishop with the pawn on e6, this bishop cannot go out. This bishop is going to go out this way normally, or maybe later on you can put it on d7. And I take a little bit of thing, but it's not important here. She played castling, and of course, she has developed all her pieces on the king side. I put it on the light board because it's so much nicer like that. And now she make castling. And here, what would I expect her opponent to play? There are lots of moves here he can play. He can go out with the bishop. He can play a slow move, moving the queen or moving the rook. Queen c2, rook c1, and bishop d3. These are the main moves. He can absolutely also take here. And then Anna would actually have two choices. She could take back with the knight, or she could take back with the pawn. This is also possible, but it's not so common to make it now. If you wanted to take on d5, he could have done it in the opening to play this exchange variation in Queen's Gambit, which has become very, very popular also. So here we see them. We can see some players behind also, and they're players from another tournament because they're having free tournaments in uh, in this chess festival. Anna playing the open tournament where there are 48 players. Anna is seeded number 29 among these 48 players, and after 3 rounds, there are only 3 players with 2.5 after 3 who are leading the tournament. And then there is also two closed tournament. Closed tournament means that it's a round robin. Everyone plays against everyone. So there are 10 players in this round robin group A. We can see some of the players in the group A. We see Levi Roseman, Gotan Chess, yes, with the back here, and there the other players sitting there. And and there is also a closed round robin B group. And round robins are maybe there are better chance to make a norm because you know you will play against You know who you will play against. You know you will play against players with titles, and you know how many points you need to make for to make a certain norm. But it's charming to play both. I enjoyed. He took on d5 now. This was actually a bit of surprise to me. He took on d5. I expect Anna to take back with the pawn. We will put it from black side, but she can actually also take with a knight. I would say taking with knight would be maybe the most common, because taking away one on knight will actually make it a little bit easier for Anna to play. So knight take would absolutely be fine. And if you take here, yeah, you can take back with a knight. This is absolutely very equal, this position. And if you take, but you can also take back like this. This is absolutely fine. And there is no problem. If you take an f6, we just take back with a knight. Pawn is defended, and we have got the bishop pair. So this is not what white will do. So c take d5 was the last move. I was a little bit surprised. Sorry, I should put it like this, but think it's just nicer to have the colors. And Anna now is taking a bit of time here. She's taking a bit of time before she decides. I expect her to take with the pawn, but taking with the knight is also absolutely fine. And you see they have such a heavy schedule. Anna played the first round Monday evening, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock p.m. CET time. And yesterday were two games, one 10 o'clock and one 5 o'clock. And today they're going to have two games again. That's why they start so early. And that is also why they are playing with classical time, but they're playing with quicker time. They have 90 minutes for the whole game. And I would say that it was because of time. Anna went wrong yesterday. She had played very beautiful yesterday. She made some brilliant moves. She sacrificed. She had two exchanges down. She was actually playing endgame with two exchanges less, which was absolutely fine. I think it was a little bit better for her. But playing with minor pieces with very little time is not so easy. There were no queen on the board. I would prefer the queens to be on the board because the queen works so well with the knights. And then Anna went, she actually lost a piece. But it was very easy to go wrong because in the endgame, rooks are so strong. And I would say that we are more used to play with the rooks in the endgame. So she had a very beautiful game yesterday, but it was also difficult to play. So here we had bishop d3 came out, very logical. So he wanted to take on d5, yes, not allow Anna to take on c3, and now bishop d3 came. And now the most logical plan for Anna is actually to support this pawn to go c6, rook e8, and then maybe try to get in knight d4. This is the main, is one of the. So this, I would say, c6 is very normal. You put the rook on e8, and then you have some plans of going the knight to e4. So let's see. And so the plan is c6, the rook to e8 is normal. The rook here, oh, it's hitting the pawn. No, the rook wants to come here. And after, because you're controlling this half open file, and then you want to go light. You want to go 94. So hope you can hear me. Wow. Yes, yes. Anna's played some brilliant moves yesterday. And I think this is what you have to be happy of. Sometimes, with tournaments, it doesn't go your way. And for me, it was that Anna was spending too much time, but she finds some brilliant moves, some beautiful moments, and we have to be happy about that. And it just is like that. Sometimes there are tough tournaments. You just have to keep on fighting, keep on trying. It will change some moments. You don't know maybe when it comes, but you have to try to be practical. Try to do your best. You cannot do more than that. And so what did Anna play? She played c6. This is absolutely a must move to support this pawn structure. And when e pawn is gone, you will know this bishop will go out. It might go to g4, it might go to e6 later on, but it's going out this way. she is not bringing it out the other way because we have a wall here with two pawns in the center. And actually, this is, I would say, this position is about equal because white can play this position with a more sharp way where you put maybe the knight on e2. You have sometimes also ideas where you go long castling, but I don't believe her opponent will play this in this position. But you can actually go queen c2 and you can go long castling. I have myself played it in the exchange variation, but played maybe a little bit different when I play that plan. So both of them are very focused, playing here in the morning. And you can see how international chess is. First round, Anna played against a player from Venezuela. The second round and third round, Anna played with two players from Spain. But today she's playing against a player from Guatemala. He's very young. He's born 2004. Not as young as her opponent yesterday, but he's also younger than Anna. So I will try to speak a little bit more loud so you can hear me, and I hope the sound is better now. So Anna has played three games. She has unfortunately lost all these three games, but in all three games she played against player with at least 150 points above her. They had 2,200 and something, 2,205 was the international master. She played against the player yesterday evening who had 2,215. And the first round, she played against the player from Venezuela with 2,265. So, so it is. So she has been facing tougher opponents. So today is the first round. Anna play against a lower player, but we can see, and he go a4. I would say a4 is mistake. A4 is a mistake because he want to put this and this, but Anna should go a5 now. This is what I would love to do. I would go a5. I would do it without hesitation. But okay, because I wouldn't like this pawn to come here. Normally you play for minority attack. I would say maybe it's not a mistake, but I would never go a4. If Anna go a5, the only way to open up the queen side, because normally the queen side white wants to play, is to get in b4. This will be the long-term plan for white, to get in b4, and then after to have this open file. Yeah, I don't know. This is, I would say, I've seen this position lots of times, but I think I cannot remember I've seen anyone playing a4 here. That was absolutely a surprising move for me. Anna can actually, if she wants, she can go 94. This is a very common maneuver. And it means if he would play this, would actually lose a piece. Look at this. We have a fork. If you take here, yes, we win a piece over here. I want you to see that. And if you want to take the bishop in between, we take back and we have a fork. We will win a piece. So knight e4 is absolutely very common move to play here. Uh, uh, and if you take here and it's defended, you can start to put some more pressure. We will go knight f6 and we keep with this beautiful knight on e4. So what would I consider in this position? Knight e4, absolutely one of the more. I would also consider a5 to play that because I want to have this grip on b4, and maybe this is the plan for white to stop walking here with the pawn. With the pawn on a5, you will have a little more space. You will try to get some plan like knight a4, knight to c5, but that is difficult. But you want actually, if you put the pawn on a5, you want to put pressure on c6, so you can go c6, a6, and if the move b pawn moves, this is hanging. But before going a6, you need to attack this, and only way to attack c6 will be with something on the c line, moving away the knight, or to be able to bring the knight to e5. So a4 was surprising, and also a little bit surprising. Her opponent starts to make action before castling because it wasn't necessary. Could it be? could it be that her opponent, yes, I think the reason he played a4, that he was scared of b5. I think this is why he played a4. It's not that he wants to make this attack with the pawns. It's more that he wants to stop b5. But b5 wasn't a plan because b5 would have weakened Anna's pawns on the queen side. And remember, the pawns are not possible to go backwards. So every time we move a pawn, we have to be a little careful. Do we want, is it sure we want to put it further because we can also weaken our king side. And he was, I believe, the idea with a4 is to stop b5, but b5 was not a threat. b5 was not the plan Anna was going to play because then these pawns would be weakened like this. They are very strong here. b7 defense, c6, c6 defense, d5. It's a beautiful, beautiful pawn chain, and it will remain. And actually, the more normal plan for white would have been to go castling, put the queen on c2, go rook b1, and play b4 to attack this pawn chain with b5. It's called the minority attack, and it's because here we can see black has three pawns, but white has only two. White has less pawns, so white is attacking with a minority against black's majority. So, but instead, her opponent played a4. That surprised me, but I think it was. And Anna played a5. This is actually probably what I also would have done in a position like this, because now the only way to get in b4 is, will be to go maybe knight e2 and b4, but then this knight belongs to the center. Uh, if you have to go knight e2, it looks very, very passive to play like that. And Anna is playing quickly, and I'm very happy to see that. And because I think she realized that what happened yesterday, also in the first game when Anna lost, she was actually having rook against, she had rook and pawn against rook and bishop. It is to draw, but her king was on the last line, on the H line, and Anna just made a mistake, so her opponent could make a mate. And otherwise, she would have to defend that during at least 50 moves. And we have this rule that if you are moving the pieces during 50 moves without any moving any pawns or exchanging any pieces, then you can claim a draw. So now he made castling. He's playing very quickly, her opponent also. So now Anna can go knight e4. It's a very, very good move to play here. She can go rook e8, preparing knight e4, but knight e4 is absolutely possible to play already now. And if she goes there, it's a little bit a trap. This would lose a piece. This will lose a piece. We saw it before. Because it's a fork, we are taking the bishop on h4, and if you take here, we will take back, and we can defend it. But after a move like knight e4, I would say this would be very, very common to play, and we have a position like this where Anna could be planning f5, f4, but she could also be planning to play something like knight f6. Even knight g5 could be possible to exchange this knight and actually take back with a pawn. So in general here, Anna will play more on the king side. White will try to play on the queen side, but after a4, a5, it's not so easy to play on the queen side. But now I think Anna, sorry, we will take the live board up. So now I think Anna will maybe think a little bit. Here we have the position with the live board, but they have made 10 moves. Her opponent has made even 11 moves, and Anna has spent just 10 minutes. This is very, very good. So yes. No, this has not been a Sicilian. The first move was d4. And when white start with d4, you can actually get into Sicilian, but it's very, very unusual from d4. It's only if white plays in a very unusual way, you can get the Sicilian set up. But we had a queen's pawn here, and after we had a queen's come, a queen's gambit declined. And we have one of these very, very common position. It's an exchange variation where white has been castling a short side, and which is the most normal that you do. But sometimes you can go more aggressive. You can castle a long side. You can also put the knight on e2 to try to get in f3, e4 to play in the center. There are lots of different plans, but having a knight on f3 is also very, very common. And I have played this position without these 8 pawns moves myself with white sometimes. I don't think I have played this with black, but with white, yes, I have played this. It's just one of the main positions you can get in the Queen's Gambit. Yes, it's called Queen's Gambit, and if you make Queen's Gambit accepted, it means that you take the pawn on c4, you accept the gambit. But yeah, I know it's curious, it's a gambit because white will always, almost always get the pawn back, but it's traditional, it's called like that. So, uh, even though it's a gambit where just for some few moments, black is have an extra pawn after white will take it back. Um, So here, what will I think Anna will go rook e8. I think she will play rook e8. The rook belongs to e8. She can go knight e4 directly, but rook e8 is also a very nice move. And after, yeah, I think this is what she will go, or she will play. And she looks like she is going to make her move now. And I just hope she has a coffee. I just hope she has a coffee at the board. I can only see the water here, nothing else. Her opponent doesn't have anything, but I think it's very important to have had a good breakfast, to have a coffee, water, whatever you need for to be awakened, to get energy, and especially in the morning, which is when it's for most players, not for everyone, but for most players, it's more difficult to play because you need to wake up and to have energy when you play your games. Um, Mm. I think it's very good when you now Anna is planning, and I think she will go. She went knight e4 directly. Yeah, she went knight e4 directly. That was a good move, absolutely. And it's a little bit a very common idea when you are allowed to go knight e4. You do that. It's you are a little bit exchanging some pieces. You're putting this knight on the white's camp, and now we see why c6 was necessary. She needed to put this, support the pawn on d5. So c6 wasn't necessary to support this pawn, so she could prepare going with the knight. So here we have knight e4, very good move. And very nice to put the knight there. And this is what black likes to do in these positions. And I think when you are sitting now, for example, white could think, what do my opponent want? Maybe this is the first question you should ask. And what do my opponent want to do? Yes, the opponent, Anna wants to grab the bishop. She wants to win a piece. So this is her plan. So this is a question you have to ask yourself, first of all, what is my opponent's plan? And after that, you can try to see um, if there are some pieces you can take, yes, of course, you can exchange a piece here. You have to do something about this bishop here. You can also take on e4. There are lots of pieces hanging all of a sudden, lots of tension in the center where pieces can take each other. You can also try to see what is good and what is bad in my position. And actually, we could see that there is harmony in both positions. I would say that this lost a little bit of a harmony because here we have a hole, which I would say would benefit black in the position. And also, I like to ask this question, which is the worst piece in the position? I don't really know here. Maybe it's not so easy to see that maybe there's no bad piece. We can maybe see that in Anna's camp, this is the worst piece. This is the most passive piece. It hasn't come out. But these are some small questions you can make, but maybe not too many, but to have three, four questions. And the first one is to ask, what is the plan my opponent has? And some players, they actually play against the opponent's plan all the time. They see what the opponent wants to do, and they just try to restrict, try to play so the opponent cannot play the plan uh, planned. So this is actually, I would say, the first question to ask. And when there are, when you calculate, you should always start with. I think the best is to start, in my opinion, to start with what is forced, and the most forcing are checks. So always look for checks when you are calculating. First comes the checks, next comes like here, you can capture, and after comes frets when you are calculating. And here there are no checks, but there are pieces that can be captured, and this is what white needs to calculate now. So I think I hope Anna will go and take a coffee or tea or whatever. I think she has needed for the game. I think she has needed for the game. Maybe not now, but later on you will absolutely need to have energy, and because the games, even if we have a more rapid classical tournament with 90 minutes, he took an e7. This was absolutely the main move. Anna will absolutely, yes, take back. It would be a mistake to take on c3. Absolutely, this would be a mistake. Yes, to take on e7, and here we have it. And I like that Anna took some few seconds. This is actually what we should do always. Always take these few seconds before we make our move, even when there are exchanges. Just to look at the position with new eyes, because sometimes there could be a between move. I don't know how, if you call it between move in English, but in Swedish, mellandrag. It could be something very, very good. So so I like she took some few seconds before she played queen take e7, which is absolutely the best move. Don't take on c3 because the knight on e4 is standing in white's camp. It's just quite annoying for white to have it. You see, this queen can never go to d2. It will be normal. Queen c2 is what I am expecting her opponent to play. And then Anna, she can go rook e8, she can go f5 or knight f6. Three ways to defend the knight. But she will not take here because her opponent will take with the pawn. And all of a sudden, the pawn structure changed. And now white will be better. White will have a nice position because we will attack white's black beautiful d5 pawn with c4. And we will see after that a rook to c1, a rook to b1. There will be so many active pieces. So this was happened. Anna took back. I expect her opponent to go queen c2, and we put it on the live board like this. Here, put it on the live board, and he played rook c1. This was absolutely a little bit of strange to me. Rook c1, and now, yeah, maybe knight d6 is good. Rook e8. So what can we say? I like rook e8. I like knight d6 also. Actually, this knight is tremendous here on d6. And white would like to bring a knight to c5 is difficult. And what will knight play? So rook c1, I just put this on this half open file, but I don't really see what plan he can have here. I wonder, can Anna go f5, f4? She could go, but it would probably just weaken her position. I don't think she will go here because then we have knight e5, and you really don't want to play this. No, I don't think she can absolutely play like this and go bishop f5, but no, I don't think so. So he played rook c1 very quickly, and it was more than like putting the rook on a half open file, but let's see, we put it, sorry. We put it on the half open file. But you see, this rook will not do anything. And we can see that white on the queen side has no pawn to play with. And for to make another attack, to play, to create danger on the queen side, white needs the pawn. But after a4, a5, this pawn is blocked, this pawn is blocked. You can put it on b3, but it doesn't go to b4 because Anna would just grab it. She's controlling this square with the pawn. She's controlling with the queen. So he played rook c1. Yeah, that was a little bit surprising. What could Anna play? Maybe this is a good move. Knight e6. What will he play here? I guess he will go something like rook e8, perhaps knight f6. Maybe we are coming here now and we can go bishop f5 and we will finally change this knight. The position is completely equal, I would say. But let's see if you are trying to go some f3 here now. And this would actually, going e4 would not be so good. I just want to see what could be happen here. This would actually be what is getting. We even have a move like this. Take here. rook d8, and we can see there's no way to defend you. We can play something like this, but this would absolutely be dangerous because with the moving the f pawn, we see the king is so much weak. And Anna's pawns here are weak, but the king, white's king, is also weak. Black would actually be better here because the king's safety is more important than this damaged pawn structure here. So, but this is just far, far away. But I asked, so maybe this is nice to play 96, but it wouldn't. So sorry, Rook C1 was played, and here we have this was the last move, Rook C1 here, and so what can Anna play? Anna can go Rook E8. She can go Knight D6. She can also go Knight F6, but I think she doesn't want to allow her opponent to go with a Knight to E5. So I don't think he will do that. Anna should not touch any of these pawns. They are standing perfectly here. B7 defense C6. If she tries to move them, one of them further, it will just weaken. So these pawns are just tremendous, beautiful here. So yeah, I would like Rook E8, or I actually like Knight E6 now. This is maybe the move I like because this knight is standing so well there in the center. But so I would say knight d6 is one move, but it's difficult. But rook e8 is maybe what I expect Anna to do, or knight f6. But after knight f6, her opponent, then you're planning bishop f5. You may be planning bishop g4. Her opponent will absolutely move the knight to e5. But this knight can be kicked away later on. And I can also even thinking of knight g5, but I think this yes to exchange it. Maybe this could be a possibility also to play. I just wonder, can we take it with the e pawn? Maybe this would be not necessary. We are just creating some weakness here. This would absolutely be bad to play like this. So knight g5 would be a mistake here. Maybe we can take it back like this. This was absolutely be fine with the queen. So this is also a plan, but we need to take back with the queen, not with the pawn, to because then white would actually start some activity on Anna's queen side, and she would get into problems. So here we have the position. Anna takes some time, and that is absolutely fine. What is important, she should never take on c3. Anytime she takes on c3, her opponent take back with the pawn and will get the pawn to play against Anna's d5 pawn. So that is not possible to do. And here we see them both very well focused on the game, and yeah, her opponent also have some coffee or tea. We need to have when we when we play, and you can see people walking around. And actually, if you never have been to a chess tournament over the board, it's just very, very special. It's very special to play also. I think it's just so nice. The atmosphere is very, very special. It's just very different to play over the board and online, but both are very, very charming. And of course, you have to do whatever you like most. But when you go to the tournament, you always can feel all the energy the players are creating when they are playing their games. And even if there are lots of air condition, I feel that the players are heating up the playing hall. So it's very, very, very amazing. And you can walk around. There are spectators allowed in the playing hall here, as I understand. And they are allowed to walk around, but they have to be not too close to the board and walk around to see what happens. It could be there are some live boards also in the playing hall. I don't know how it looks like. It could be have it or not. I'm not sure. I cannot see it from here, but you can walk around and see the games, and it's just quite amazing to do. Yes, Ana and her opponent Francisco del Cid from Guatemala, both of them having 0 points, and I think they are the only ones with 0 points because in this tournament that you are allowed to make buys, and I think actually you can make free buys in the first 7 rounds. You're not allowed to make a buy in the last 2 rounds, and that's very, very common to have it like that. And so there are lots of players who are making a buy. And when you make a buy, you're getting half point even if you don't play the game. And it's a little bit make it easier for players if you need to combine the tournament. Maybe you want to make some vacation, maybe you are working and you cannot get free every day. So it just make it easier for players. And in lots of tournaments, they're having this rule that you can have a buy. Sometimes you can have one, sometimes you can have two. And in this tournament, I believe you can have even free buys. No, actually, the queen is very good here. If we would go here, this would be a mistake because actually we can just, maybe we can just grab this pawn and we can see we lose the central pawn and Anna will just win a pawn here on the side. But this pawn blocks all this free very, very well, while white has this huge, huge center. So the queen stands perfectly on e7 because it defends e4 and it looks at b4, but we doesn't want to go here. So the queen is good here. So I would say rook e8, maybe knight f6, or knight d6. These are the moves I like. And because even if we go here, now we are losing. Let's say we go rook e8 first, and then we want to go queen b4. Her opponent will just go queen c7, and this queen is not doing anything more here. So the queen is better because also here on e7, it defends e4, but it's also close to the king side. Also, it doesn't allow any try of activity to get a knight to f5. The queen is just perfectly placed here on e7, and it should remain here. Yeah, no, this night, if you go, normally these squares are not so good for the knights because when they are here, they are not on the rim, but they're close to the rim. And if you look for the future, where is this future? I can only see the future for this knight on d6. So I will need to go here, then I will need to bring it out and then go like this. This could be possible. Um, it's good, absolutely possible to play. But from b6, her opponent would go knight e5, planning maybe some f3, but f3 are double h. So if I move this knight, I prefer to move it to f6 because I can bring it to d6 also from here. But knight b6 is it's possible. It's actually in there are queen's gambits where you put the knight on b6. But here, no, I would actually prefer to go the other way to have it more close to her opponent's king side if I'm moving the knight. And because after here, I'm supporting e4. I can also, after here, I have this plan. I could also sometimes maybe have knight g4, putting pressure on f2 if the rook will leave from f1. So let's see. Oh, so we have it like this. Yeah, B6, B3. Yeah, these are the square where the knights normally end up in the cow opening, and maybe this is why I have difficult to play the cow opening because I'm not so happy to have my knight on B6 or G6 with black. But sometimes they can be good there, but they are normally stronger if they are standing closer to the center. The knights, because they are very short, wide piece, it's a slow piece, so it's best in the center because if they're standing on one, we say standing on the rim to get, we say standing on the rim on the queen side, to get to the queen side, you need to make at least 2 moves to jump there, while the bishop standing in the center will look at the whole board. So the bishop is very good when you play endgames with pawns on both sides in general, but of course there are exceptions depending on how it goes. Anna, she went f5. This is question if this is she wants to go for a kingside attack. I think her plan is going g5. Her plan is not going f4, but it means now that Anna will need to stay with her knight all the time. So this is actually a move I'm not so happy with, but it shows that Anna is going to be very aggressive. Because now she cannot move with a knight. She strengthened e4, But if her opponent play here now, yes, now she can absolutely go knight f6 or wherever. She can go g5. But if her opponent goes here, she doesn't want to go knight f6 because we have the knight to e5, and it's a black square. We cannot get rid of it later. You can go f3 or f4. So now she will need to stay with it. So we are going to see a very aggressive game. After queen c2, I'm sure she will go g5, and her plan will be to bring up here. The problem is how to get in with the other pieces. Um, so how to get in with the other pieces here? This is not so easy to see. So f5, it was very tempting to play, but she would love to change this bishop to put it on d6. Then she would have had such a beautiful position, but she doesn't have the black squared bishop to control e5. Only way to control this square is with this knight. And if she could go with the rook maybe to e8, that would also be fine. But it's not allowed to jump over the bishop. So she has problems to get this one into action and this one into action. And that's why also if she could go bishop to g4, this would be fine, or bishop to h5. But for to get out with the bishop, she needs to move that one. So I think that uh, white now should just remain with the knight until it will be kicked away here. So what is Anna's plan? I guess Anna's plan is go very aggressive with g4, rook f7, rook somewhere here, and then march with the h pawn. I think this is her plan here now. And yeah, and it's true. Yesterday, Anna should have played f5 in the morning in the Sicilian. She should have played before castling. That would have been a very good move. And but she went wrong, and it was such a sharp position that if you go wrong, it can be yeah, it just went wrong, and she got into problems. Also with white, she had allowed her to play f4, but instead she put the knight on f4. She played a very interesting exchange sacrifice, a little bit in the style of Petrushan, the ex-world champion who was so famous during the Soviet times. He was from Armenia. He was so famous for giving exchanges, not getting any points, but yet for to get some positional advantage. So with the knight against a rook, but we know that rook is stronger than the knight. But it depends on the position. So here it came f5. Anna, so what? Yeah. Um, after f5, g5 must be the next move. And it just shows how ambitious Anna is in this game. And this is very nice. But when you start moving your pawns, you remember they cannot move backwards. The question is, will her position become better? Or so I would have preferred her to wait with this, to get out with the bishop first, and then after to go for f5. This is what I would have preferred her to play, exchange this one for that one, and then to play this plan with f5, because white doesn't have Anna doesn't have to be in a rush. There is no way of creating any counterplay I can see on the queen side. So what is going to happen is going to be here in the center or in the king side. There is not going to happen anything on the queen side after a5 and after a4 and a5 was played. Yeah, now Anna has more rating than her opponent, but yeah, this is first time she is the higher rated in her 4 games, and but she has to be, of course, she has to. Anyway, you always have to keep up and playing your best, and also not to underestimate your opponent. And I am a little bit her plan is very ambitious, but it also means that she's open up on her king side, and we would really love to have this, but with these two bishops exchange, no bishop on c8 and no bishop on d3. And she cannot go f4, because if she goes f4, e4 will be much more weakened. So this is actually, I don't think this is a plan. What can her opponent do? Her opponent can go 92 if he's scared of f4. 92, can Anna go g5? Can he go something like knight g3? And how will this be now? And yeah, now I don't know really what to do. This is actually, yeah, because how we don't get these pieces into play. This is actually what worries me so much. We don't get them into play here now. And whenever Anna is moving away, her maybe she can do something rook f7, but we will just put, can the knight come here? Maybe the knight will be annoying here. I don't know. But we see that have this, and if she goes g4, we will have maybe knight e1, and we have this beautiful, beautiful square for black, say for white. So this would be not really what you want to do. But let's see. Anna went f5. This was very, very ambitious. She's going to play with a pawn storm on the king side. I'm sure about that. F5 is she's supporting e4, but the hope we can have is that this knight will move away. Then we can go g5, but then we will get a chance to move this away. And a move like f3, there is no time for this because we would actually grab this pawn with check, and we will grab another pawn. So white will always have to be careful for playing f3 with the queen here on e7. So this queen is standing so well here on e7, and but absolutely supporting the king side, supporting e4, looking at the e5 square. So white cannot play knight e5, at least not now. And in general, Anna, these pawns need to remain where they are. This one is hitting the wall, but you cannot move c6 pawn because d5 pawn will become so weak. You will also get a hole here. So this, and if you move this one, yeah, you can go. Yeah, it could be a plan. You can go b6, bishop b7, rook e8. It is actually a possibility to play. Yeah, actually, maybe this is the plan. You're right. Maybe this is the plan Anna will go for. Maybe she will go. She went f5 now. Maybe she will not play pawn storm. Maybe she will play like, let's see, we do some slow mo. Can we go b6? I'm just, there are some tactics here. Queen takes c6. This would absolutely be losing. So after queen c2, b6 would not be possible. But let's say we make a little move like this. Can we now go b6 here now? I'm just wondering, can we play this? And we put the bishop here on b7. And now we have the idea of going rook e8, and we get the pieces connected. But now we're not so keen on going c5 because we will leave b5 here. But like this, she will get all the pieces in here together. So this could absolutely be planned, but she has to be careful. Sorry, this was play. If queen c2 comes, b6 is not possible because we have this tremendous, maybe we take like this, queen takes c6, and we're going to lose a pawn. And this is a fork here, but white has this in between on this shack, and we remain with an extra pawn and a fantastic, just a very, very healthy extra pawn. And there's no way we can trap this queen. It can go out to c7 or b5. So let's go back, or e6, yeah. So let's see. Anna played f5. Has her opponent played? No, he's sitting. He's very fully concentrated. Both of them are very, very concentrated on the game. We have a queen's gambit decline, an exchange variation. We have a position which I would say have come up. Yes, with this knight on e4, pawns here, f5. Yeah, this could be played. Absolutely. A little bit unusual. a4 and a5 is played because white has no way to break through with the pawns on the queen side. And lots of time, this is what you want to play. White can also not try to go rook e1, f3, and e4. That will be very, very difficult to play because Anna support e4 with a pawn on d5. She supported it with a pawn on f5. And after this move, I thought it could be she wants to go g5, but she can also have this little plan b6, bishop b7. And the reason she wanted to go f5 is that now you can never take on f5 this because we will take back here. We will have fantastic pawn structure and you will be pushed back, and now we can go knight f6 and you have such a beautiful position. So now after f5, it's never possible for white to take on e4. It would be possible before, but not now. And so Anna has spent like 25, 24 minutes, but I think this is fine before she decided to go for this plan. They have made 13 moves, so they have both played quite quickly, but not as quickly as some of Anna's opponents in the first round and also in round number 3. Both her opponents were actually blitzing out the move. And if you can play the moves very quickly, it's actually very good. If you play good moves quickly, you are putting a lot of pressure on your opponent. And so that is good. But playing too quickly can also be that you are making more mistakes. No, they're not. She has this, Anna has this active knight. This one is a little bit passive. This one is passive. But I would say the knight is very active. Queen is perfectly placed here. Um, and you can see how it controls center, defend the king side, can be very easily brought to white's king side. And it also is looking at the queen side. So this queen is perfectly placed. The rook is very good here. The only thing is that this one and this one is not really playing in this position. Has he played yet? No, I don't think so. He is still thinking. We take out like this, yes, to have the more beautiful colors here. Yeah, I think this morning round start very early for lots of players too. But they want to make the tournament not in 9 days. Rookie one was played, and that was a little bit surprising. I now hope Anna can go rook f7, she can go g5, and she can also go b6. So I think this is one move. This is one more. And the idea with this is, of course, f4 would be a blunder. He would take on f4 and then he would win the pawn and e4. So rook e1 was just playing against f4. And I think Anna will actually go g5 now. She can make a small move like rook f7 if she wants to. But I think g5 is maybe what she wants to play like this. And if this is coming, we will absolutely bring up the next knight. And if this would be coming, we would actually go, I think we can go knight g4, and you see we're putting threats here. And if you would take here, oh, this would be just winning. You see, we would go to get into f2. So rook e1, it was a move to stop f4, but Anna's plan is not to go f4 because it's more to strengthen on e4. So here she can start pawn attack. She can make this little move rook f7, and the idea is later to play g5. She could also go b6 here and to play the bishop to b7 if she wants to, yes, to get the pieces to play. But probably g5 is a better way of playing. But I'm just one. We go b5. I play something like here. And if we play this move, knight d2, how will this be? We go queen h4, and now the queen is very good here now because you can also you can even go g3 here now. We are coming back, and we can see how this knight will take this beautiful square. This will absolutely be, I would say, this will be more pleasant for white to play. So we have to be a little bit careful playing the pawn to g4 because maybe it's better to go rook f6. Actually, in a position like this, the pawn would be better on h7 because we could bring the pawn rook to h6. But with a pawn on h6, we don't have this one. So in this case that we want to go for a pawn storm, pawn attack on the king side, would be better to have the pawn on h7. But of course, pawn moves we can make, but we are never allowed to move the pawns back, even if we would wish to do so sometimes. So he played rook e1, and he went up a little bit. What will Anna play now here? Yeah, I think she will go g5. Rook f7 is also fine, but she cannot really move her knight because the knight e5 will come. And yeah, maybe this is a good move. Knight e2 to go g5. Can we go with a knight to g3? How will this be? I'm just wondering now, maybe we go g4. You need to move the knight back. And how is the position like this? A knight f6. We are trying to get in here. What is going to happen? This this knight, I have no idea. We saw, and all of a sudden, this could be a good move to be played. I have no idea what will happen here. Now, f here, we have the knight to f4, but there are pawns hanging little here and on b2. So it's just very Yeah. So rook f7 and g5 is maybe the best plan Anna can play here. I think it's very important when you play, if you could just, whatever happened in a tournament, if we could have the same emotion, same happiness after a game, even if we lose, as we had won the game, we would become so much stronger. So, yes, it's very important to try to be, to enjoy chess, to see the positive things. And Anna has played some wonderful, some brilliant moves, but she has had problem with the time and she has also made mistakes. So you have to, I believe that it's very good to be positive to yourself, to pep talk and try to see the good things you do in the game. Because actually, we see afterwards, we see only the results, but it's when you're playing chess, there are 3, 4 hours, maybe 5 hours of hard work. And chess is very cruel. You can make so many good moves, but you make a blunder, and then all the effort is gone for the result. But it's not really gone because you have made it and you have tried to learn it. So it's just important to be to keep the positive attitude, keep the love for playing chess, whatever happens, and keep on going, keep on trying, and it will give results. It will absolutely give results because from every game we are playing, we are getting experience. We are learning new ideas, new plans. We are learning we are new in learning more about middle games, end games, all these things. So it's just to keep going and try to enjoy playing. And now Anna is thinking. So yeah, I guess G5 is the normal way of going up here now. Let's say she go G5 and her opponent goes some, what can we do? This would absolutely be a mistake. I would say because G4 here now. No, maybe this is mistake. No, because here we have bishop take E4. This is good for this is good for white. So after this, but we could maybe we can go G4. I have no idea here. And if you take, I don't know if you have something like this, and we are getting up some activities here, but also this is probably better. Maybe Queen G7 and try to bring in the knight here, maybe to go G3. So it could be, but let's see. I just don't want Anna to move the knight. I want her to stay with the knight. Now she has spent like half hour. So I would like g5 actually, rook f7. I would also consider b6. I told you not to move the pawns, but the idea is to go bishop b7 to get this rook to e8 and then after to take more actions again. This one will be weakened, but it's not anything that you really can try to attack you don't, as long as you don't get a knight to e5. So for me, these are the three moves: rook f7, maybe g5, or going b6. B6 is no problem when the queen has not come to c2. So after b6, there are no tactical tricks here because it was only when the queen could take on c6 and threaten the rook. So, and yeah, so Anna is, yeah, she's fully focused on the game. But yeah, these are the plans I can see because this knight needs to stay there. We don't want white to be able to come because this square is more important than e4. No, both of them are important, but this square is a black square. And this is what I would say. If black would have a bishop somewhere on d2 and Anna had a bishop on d6, she would be better. If the black square bishop were here and her opponent's black square bishop was behind the pawns and Anna was here on d6, then she could absolutely move away the knight because she would be controlling e5. But without the black squared bishop, she needs to keep control of this square. So her opponent is not allowed to jump into Anna's position because this knight will never be able to take away when you have moved the pawn all the way to f5. We are only looking at Anna's game, so that's the only game I can see. I cannot see any of the other games. So we can see that Gotham Chess, uh, Levi Roseman is playing behind with the black pieces, but I have no idea what's happened in that game. I only know what's happened in Anna's game, but it's just so exciting. Her games always becomes very, very exciting. And now she is deciding what she's going to do. Is she going to go for g5? I expect so, but I think she's a little bit hesitant of waking up her king side so much. She can start preparing with rook f7. If she would have had the pawn on h7, she could actually have gone rook f6, rook h6, but starting with g5. But this pawn is a little bit in the way. She would actually dream of going rook g5 and putting the rook on h6. But with the pawn on h6, yeah, it doesn't work. So you have to play this in a different way. Mhm. Yeah, when you play tournaments, oh, yeah, you get nervous. For some, it's not so much. When I was kid, I got very, very nervous before the games. Now I'm more calm, but sometimes, of course, yes, before starting the game. But when you get into the game, yeah, you forget everything else, and then you're just in the bubble, in your concentration. But yes, before the games, when I was kid, yeah, that was a very, very nervous time, and actually quite a long time. I was quite nervous before the game started. But yeah, it's just to think that you will play lots of games and just so it's better not to lose too much energy with that. Now when I've been playing for so many years, I'm calmer here. So yeah, rook f7 and g5 or maybe b6. These are my free option in this position. Anna is taking time and she is taking time here now before she's going to decide. But she looks so much at the king side. She looks so much at the king side. So I think something will happen there. And it's actually, there's not much that can be happen on the queen side more than if Anna go b6. It's not so much her opponent can do there. So now her opponent is just trying, I guess, just trying to defend against possible attack, just to play some slow moves and he preferred to keep the queen on d1. Queen is very logical to have on c2. You put pressure on e4, but now it's so well defended. So maybe rook e1, could it be that he has some plans of going knight e2 and f3? It could be. So let's see if Anna go g5. Could we have a move like this? Knight d2, knight f6, and now f3. Could this be possible? Because now we can see that all this is defended. This could absolutely be a way of playing. I have no idea what will happen here. If you go something like queen c2, we have this pawn here. And maybe we want to bring around the knight. You're never scared of e4 because d4 would be very gone. Maybe you would go, if you go queen f4, you cannot go either. You now, final, we will bring out and we will bring out the rook here. This would be absolutely be fine to play. So for black. So yeah, g5 is fine, but I think she's a little bit concerned of moving a pawn in front of her king because it will weaken the king side. It's not that white can take advantage of it now, but maybe later on. So so we see the action is taking place on this part of the game in the center, and it might be also on the king side. And her opponent is more having a strategy of waiting for Anna to maybe push too much. So she will give some holes, she gives some squares. Her opponent can use for his knight some especially black squares. So Anna can go g5, but she will have to be very careful before she put the pawn on g4 because going here, you control f4 h4. But if you move the pawn to g4, f4 will be a beautiful square for a knight to jump in. So, and I think Anna has her own chessboard that she's always sitting at the same board. I guess that's the easiest. And when you play a closed tournament, it could be that some of the players has a special board because you get a number from 1 to 10, and it could be uh, uh, that's why we see Levi playing there. I think he has played on that board in every game. We see him with the back to Anna on the side of Anna's game. And now, is she going to make a decision? Is she going to make a decision? I just hope she's not spending too much time. And but here it's because um, she needs to make a plan, and and she's hesitant. I think she's hesitant of playing g5. But I thought when you go f5, this is a little bit the plan. You need to go g5 and to go for the attack. So after g5, what will her opponent play? Maybe queen c2. Could queen c2 be a good move here now? And now I wonder, can we play h4, h5? But this could actually be a mistake. Could it be take and g4? No, now this is all of a sudden very, very good. Oh, this is all of a sudden very good. So after a move like h4 here now, uh, this this is getting far. You don't want to go g3. I don't know if you position like this, we can go h4, but I don't know to play like this. And if you take here, you will put the knight on g5. But here we have a hole here, and we can bring the knight like this here, try to get it in here. So knight b8 and try to get the knight here, or we can also bring it like this and take away it. So this would be about equal. So very, very far away. But there are here is the position, and we have it. We're looking from Anna's side. She has been spending could it be like 15 minutes here, more than 10 minutes, and it's because she doesn't really know what plan she's going to choose. And that's why she's spending time when we hesitate, of course. And it's just, but she looks so much at the king side. I think she will go e5. Rook f7 is also a good move, just to prepare maybe g5, and then later on to bring the rook to g7 or maybe even h7, but probably to g7. And I think the opponent's plan is not so easy. I think the opponent's plan here now is actually to wait for Anna because he cannot play this. He cannot play in the center. It could be that he wants to play f3, go away and play f3. So if Anna goes here and he goes knight d2, this would actually then to go f3, but we're not scared of f3 in any way. We're not at all scared of f3. We could even take here knight f6, and if you go something like f3 here now, we can just keep the position because e4 is not coming. I guess we can even go, can we go maybe bishop e6, or is this, but now knight d2 is coming, so maybe queen d2 would be a good way of playing. Queen c2, we want to go knight e2, and I'm just wondering, how is this position here? Also, maybe knight h5. We have knight e2, and what is going to happen here in a position like this? The queen is actually good here, attacking a4, attacking b4, and we are planning rook e8, putting pressure on e3. So after a move like queen c3, probably we cannot take. It could be that after this, yeah, I don't know, rook a1, we would actually, it will be, so we would need to come back and maybe just stopping knight from f4, and we want to go rook e8 after. So let's see, this is just very, very, very far away, but it could be that her opponent's plan is to go f3 later and starting with rook e1. But I think, oh, sorry, this was played. This is here. I think rook e1 was just he's just stopping Anna from going f4, but she doesn't want to go f4. She wants this pawn to be on f5. So if white takes on e4, she will be always possible to take back with a pawn. Yes, when you play players with the same rating, you make a draw. You will not win or you will not lose anything if you are very, very close to each other. If you make a draw with a higher rated player, you will win a little bit. And depending how much, oh, sorry, sorry, depending, oh, sorry, depending how much higher rated the opponent is. So if Anna would make a draw here, she would lose a little bit of rating. But I think we shouldn't be too much concerned of rating. We have to keep on playing. We have to keep on trying. And if we do that, we are learning from our mistake. We're learning from our games. We will just become stronger player. The results will also come. And not being too focused about rating. Rating will always change. We will get to where we the play we are doing, we will get to our rating. And if you're doing it very well, the rating will go up. So I think it's better, yes, not to be too concerned about the rating, actually. And Anna now, oh, yeah, yeah, she's taking a bit of time here. So she is not. Yeah, she doesn't want to go g5. This is clear. If she doesn't go g5, yeah, I will like b6, bishop b7, and rook a, just to bring it in. We will weaken this pawn, but like that, we bring in another rook. And we're a little bit asking, what are you going to go? Maybe you go here. We go bishop b7. You can go knight f4. We are having a fork here now. This is actually queen h5 here now. And now we have 95. So this is actually, and the idea is if we take here and here, we will have a fork. So this is actually why it could be good to start with a move like rook f7. So if a knight jumps to, if it comes here now, we can go just g5 here. So b6 is probably not such a good move because after b6, knight e2, bishop b7, we have knight f4 here. Maybe now rook f7, can we play this? But you have knight g6 and knight e5. Yeah, this is, And can we go rook f6 here now, planning g5, but then maybe you can even stop us here. And you're planning to go gh5, and this knight will remain here forever. This is getting good for white. So b6 would be a mistake here because white will have this beautiful maneuver to put a knight on f4. So I like g5 or I like rook f7 better. And now, Anna, it takes a lot of time. Uh, It takes a lot of time for Anna before she's moving, but it's because she's hesitating. Her opponent came back with some water. Water is, of course, very, very good to have during the game. And but we can see there are also other players walking around. Anna, she is normal, not walking around so much. I would just wish that if she had a coffee or tea, just to have some more energy. And it looks like she's looking so much at the queen side or king side, sorry, in the center, and that's just very logical because not so much is happening over there. But I expect her to go g5 here. This is what I expect. And I think this is what is more logical following up after you go on f5. Yes, to go on, put the pawn on g5, and then you go rook f7, maybe rook g7. And after that, the plan is to start walking with the h pawn. So this is actually the move I would like Anna to play here. It's very aggressive, but she needs to have a plan, and she needs to keep this knight away from e5. So her opponent played 14 moves. Anna has played 13 moves, but she has been spending now like 20 minutes on this last move. And she will soon need to make a move here. She will absolutely soon need to make a move. So, and we can a little bit look at the pawn structure. When you see the pawns like this, you can see that normally black should play more on this side. So how the pawn structure is actually help us to give plan. You see, these pawns are looking like this. So white has more natural to play here, but there are no way to playing with the pawns any longer after a4. So white will have to have a more strategy of just waiting. And um, and this is what her opponent is also doing. So looking at the pawns, and of course, if white ever, let's say we play something like g5, and if you play here, you will actually get even a more pawn here. We can see that you will absolutely play here on the f line, get out with the pieces, and this would be a dream position for Anna because white doesn't have any counterplay here now. Maybe white needs to go some f3 before bishop g4 or knight g4 is coming. So yeah, g5 is the move I would love Anna to play here, absolutely. But she's taking time, and I think it's because it's early in the morning, and she's very hesitant of opening up in front of her king. Her opponent doesn't have any pieces in black side of the board, but she's worried that maybe later on her opponent can take advantage of it. But g5 is just very, very logical following up after f5 to play, to play with the pawns on the king side. Maybe later, I don't know, after g5. If you go knight e2 here now, can we go? I don't know if the rook should be here. What are we doing? Maybe knight g3. Can we play like this? Yes, the rook is good on f6 because it defends here. Now we maybe can play b6 here now. I have no idea. Could h4 be a move here now? And no, no, probably this is not the move normally you dare to do in a position like this. Maybe you go something like here. I'm just wondering how is a position like this. And yeah, we can bring in the knight, but still this is absolutely fine here. I think this is fine to play. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this could be, and you're planning to go, now you're planning to go e4. Could e4 here be a move here? Yes, this is actually very good here to play. So maybe we need to go something like rook f8. So yes, to try to get in with the rook, or maybe even to go queen d6 here in a position like this. But even still here, we have this move because after we have bishop c4. This is very, very far away. This is very, very far away. But playing with the pawns will make weaknesses. And it looks like b6 is not a good plan. It's not a good plan because it gives some time. Here we have the position. Here is having the position. b6 will, it will weaken c6, but it also will give time for white to bring around the knight. And and we see that the action will take place here from the D to the H line. Not many things will happen here. Only if C6 could be dropping. So so that's why. Um, it could be that B6 mistake. So maybe rook f7 is a good, just a little bit slow mo. Wait and see. What are you going to do here now? And if you go something like this, yeah, we will go knight f6, I think, and we will play like this. Or maybe we could even take and go here. We could even take here and go. We have another knight here. We will bring it in. If you go something like f3, we have this beautiful plan. We have been looking at this knight h5, and the idea is simply to go bishop d7 and bring in the rook. And so let's go back. Here we have the position. So rook f7 is maybe the move I like most, a little bit. Now Anna is, she has been spending like 25 minutes. This is too much. This is too much. This is actually a big problem because more than 20 minutes you shouldn't spend because she will calculate the same things over and over again. And she doesn't want to make decision because before she's forced to it. And of course, when you have no time, you are forced to make decisions. But she really needs to make a decision here now and to play something. And that could be, yeah. So I like this rook f7, this little slow-mo. Let's see what her opponent will do. Yeah, that's true. There already will become critical positions, a position where it's important to find a good move. In some positions, you have several good moves, but with little time, this is so difficult. And so the time is actually very, very difficult for Anana. But I have had exactly the same problem. I still am a slow plower, so I know how it is. She has been learning from me to be thinking the positions over and over again. And sometimes it's just good to make a decision. Yes, to play it quickly because even if you don't play the best move, you just have to play an okay move. But even when you make mistake, if you make mistake with a little and you put in pressure with time, it could be that the opponent will miss it because there are pressure from the clock. But if you make mistakes when you are spending lots of time, then your opponent has it easier to find it. So yeah, I just want Anna to make a move and one. Okay, I don't want her, of course, to blunder anything, but one of these slow move. The king is best on g8. We don't really want to have it here because we can see the bishop is looking here. No, I don't want to be here. I don't want to have it here either because there is a hole on g6. Maybe with the pawn on h7, the king can be here, but not here. So the king is fine where it is. It's absolutely fine here. So yeah, I told you I like maybe bishop rook f7. I also even like this g5 because I want to make action here. I want to stay with the knight. I don't want this knight to come to e5. This is what I don't want to. And yeah, Anna, she is so fully focused. And yeah, um, she cannot make up her mind, but she will know that because she has been spending like half an hour now, half an hour for this last move. And this half an hour more, she will be with almost no time. So 20 minutes is absolutely maximum for a move. After that, we just need to make the move. Absolutely. So she has been playing so quickly, but yeah, now she cannot make up her mind. And I think she's a little bit worried. She doesn't want to go g5, but I cannot see any other plan for her. I could see this b6, but b6 is tricky to play because it gives. If you want to go b6, maybe we should start with this move. Yes, yes, to start. And this is a little bit of a small move. You don't doing so much, but the rook is a little bit better placed here. You're going planning g5. Of course, there could be some forks here, but you're planning g5 and moving the rook maybe to g7, maybe even to h7. So I just like this move, a little bit of slow move, and you can make it and just a little bit see what are you going to do next move. Yeah, this is what I also think. Just to make just a small move, keep the game going, just to see what is your opponent's plan. And I think his only plan is actually to wait in this position. I think this is his plan here now, to just to wait. Yeah, after going f5, yeah, I cannot see any plan, other plan than to go g5. Um, Knight g5. Would this be possible? I don't know. Taking here now, taking with the pawn. This could actually be a possibility to play. But and after queen h5, we have queen f6. How could this be here? Can we go something like g4? This looks a little bit scary here. But now we have, yeah, we have even king f7. We're planning to. So you can take here, and we will take back and we have a position like this, I have no idea what is going to happen. But this is very crazy to play. This is very crazy. And black is absolutely very fine here, but it's very scary to play like this. So knight g5 is actually also a move just to take away this knight. And I don't know what is better. Should white go away? It could be. But then we could maybe bring the other knight here to f6. How could this be? We could have a position like this, and we're coming back with a knight. Are you coming back here? We are threatening a fork here. Now, do we dare to go here or queen f7? I'm not sure which move we should play here now. Maybe could we go, maybe this I'm planning g5, but it's a little bit scary. And now we can see white has this plan. After g5, you get the knight to d3. So Anna, oh Anna, go. She really needs to move here. Yes, I'm getting uh, so worried about her time. And I think she will move. And I believe she will go g5. I believe she will go g5. Yeah, all of a sudden, Anna has less than half of the time of her opponent. And why spending so much time? It will be make it so difficult to win games because Anna will have little time later on. She will need to speed up, and it's very difficult to change your route when you start playing slowly. After there are some force move you can play quickly, but there will come other moments where you want to think and where you really need. Now she has no, she hasn't played. She hasn't played. She hasn't played. But I also know that in the morning it takes longer time to play. To make the most. The games are normally more slower in the morning. Yeah, it's this decision making. For some people, it comes very easy. For others, you like to analyze, to think if the moves over and over again. So it's just about decision making, and that's why it's actually good to train decision making in other parts in life. Then I think it will help you in chess. And in chess, we are training it all over again. So it's actually very, very good. But for some, it takes time to make decision. I am like that, of course. And for Anna, we can see she also takes a lot of time. And I myself, I don't know if I ever have fought 1 hour for a move. I think so. When we play with this old, in the old times, we play with 40 moves in 2.5 hours. We had quite a lot of time. And it happens to me that my opponent, at least twice, maybe more times, has spent an hour for a move. But it was very, of course, very, very unusual. But at that time, you could do it because we had so much more time. Here we have only 1.5 hour plus 30 seconds. So we have about 2 hours for 40 moves, but there is no extra time after 40 moves. So it's like 2 hours for the whole game. And while playing, the time is just running away. Uh, yeah, queen before. No, I don't like big queen before because you live in this square and you can just defend it with c2 if you want to. The queen is not better there. The queen is actually perfectly placed here on e7, so I don't want it to be moved. I just like the queen there. It looks at b4, so it controls the square. It looks here. It also looks at e5. And if the knight is moved, maybe it can come to h4 to create some threats against the king side. So the queen is perfectly placed on e7. I don't want to move it. And not now, but sometimes queen before could be a move when you are forcing white. You're putting pressure, maybe on b2, but you could be putting pressure on something else also. So now Anna will absolutely, yeah, let's see. It looks like she's on her way to move here. Is on her way to move here. Anna has played very well here, absolutely. I would say so. She has played nice moves. She played very quickly, but now when she is going to make a plan, she is taking a lot of time. Yeah, I don't want to go. I don't want. If Anna put a piece on f6, I would prefer to put a rook on f6, not the knight, because I want this square is very important. So I don't want ever to allow this one to come. But rook f6 could be a possibility. Absolutely fine. Knight e6 could also be possible. But after f5, knight e6 is not the same because the plan with knight e6 could be to later on exchange this bishop, but with the pawn on f5, Anna will remain with the bishop here. And they play 90 minutes for the whole game and only get 30 seconds. So there are no extra time add in this game, not more than these 30 seconds per move. And Anna is playing in Madrid, in the Chess Festival in Madrid. There are 3 different tournaments. There are 2 closed tournaments, 2 round robin tournaments. We see the players in the round robin A group. They're sitting on the side of Anna. We can see them behind in the camera. There is also round robin B group. And Anna, she's playing the open tournaments with 48 players. Anna is seeded number 29. She is playing against a level-rated player, um, Francisco del Cid from Guatemala. And this is first time Anna is playing against a level-rated player. She has played against 3 players with 2,205 or more. So there have been like 150 points at least above her. But today she played against a lower-rated player, but Anna is taking lots of time. She has been spending close to 40 minutes for this last move. And yeah, this is actually, yeah, that's very, very much time. Yeah, no, I'm sure Anna knows it's her mom, but she does look, yeah, she is realizing that she, um, maybe the plan she wanted to play doesn't work. It could be she wanted to go knight f6, and she realized that she doesn't want to bring the other opponent's knight. If she allows the knight to come to e5, white will have a very nice position. So she has to be very, very careful with allowing that. Yeah, it's only look. Uh, Yeah, G5 is fine. But it's because when you push the pawns, you put, we also saying that we should be careful pushing the pawns in front of our own king. But here, this is the plan. I cannot see any other plan. And then going G5 now or maybe a little bit later. If she plays a slow-mo, probably her opponent will play a slow-mo. And then I think G5 is just the normal to go for her. So now Anna is down to 25 minutes. It has been like 40 minutes for this move, and she hasn't moved yet. That is scary. That is absolutely scary. She will need to move, and I think she's on her way to move now. Is this on her way to move? Yeah, when you're playing chess, you're burning a lot of calories. I remember my brother, he was, when he played tournament in the youth, he's 4 years older than me now, so he's not so young any longer. But in the youth, he was always losing weight when he played. Not always, but in some of the tournaments, maybe most of them, I'm not sure. But in some of the tournaments, he was losing weight because you're burning a lot of calories when you are playing. And it's also very important to have energy for the game. So that's why also lots of players are making sport to be fit for the game. And of course, Magnus is one of those. He's very, very well trained. And I also do that because I know that with age, my energy is not the same as when I was younger. So it's just very, very important for me to keep energy for the games. And and I can also see that when I'm playing, I'm getting very hungry after the game. So you are, yeah, I'm absolutely also burning a lot of calories when I'm playing. Astin, yeah, the time. This is absolutely getting a bit, yeah, is getting worried about the time. Her opponent has gone up. It looks like Anna has fallen asleep. Uh, it looks like Anna has fallen asleep, but she knows she has to play something. You can see she's getting impatient with herself. I believe she's getting impatient, and she knows she has to move. I think she will play G5, but I just wish she would have played that before. This is just a position where maybe white is a little bit tiny better. I think it's about equal the position. It's about equal, and here but Anna needs to find a plan. And we say it's better to have a bad plan than not a plan at all. So just need to play a plan. And I think she wants to go G5, but at the same time, she is worrying that it will just make her king side so weak. It's risky, but there is no, I cannot see any other plan for her than going G5. G5 or knight G5 could absolutely be a possibility. It's possible she will go knight G5 also. So I think she's looking at that square. And knight G5 is just to take away the knight from this, to take away the knight from this E5 square. So that is absolutely also fine to play. Now she's down to 24 minutes. She is down to 24 minutes. And yeah, and now she will move. She's on her way to move. I guess she goes G5. I guess she goes G5. Yeah, Anna is doing well. Absolutely. She has played this very nicely. And uh, uh, I think actually that the danger here in the position is not the position. I think the danger is Anna's clock nothing else. And this is what worries me because she has 23 minutes for the rest of the game. She will get half a minute extra. So what is she going to do? I don't know, but she's on her way to move here now. She's absolutely on her way to move here. Let's see what she is going to do now. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what she will do. What will she do? She's on her way now, but she really needs to move. She really needs to move. Yeah, I'm getting so worried. Just only because of time, not because of anything else than the time. She put all knight b6. Now this is mistake. I would say this is mistake. Knight b6 and knight e5 will absolutely be coming here now. And she wants to go. This is the plan Anna has. She wants to go here. This is the plan. Bishop here. And you cannot play this because you would absolutely here, you would lose. You have knight d5 taking here, and we have bishop take e4. So this is what she wants to go for some tactics, playing against a4. But after knight e5, queen b4, we have bishop c2. And okay, so what can Anna do? You can go knight e7, but I'm just wondering, can we go some f4? Maybe this is, no, maybe this is not so good. Can Anna, in this position, can we go queen take b2? No, we cannot go because taking here, we will go rook b1, queen a3, and we have the bishop, rook, knight hanging. So yeah, she decided to go knight b6. I didn't like that move so much, but she wants to go for some activity. And I would say that playing with, and the idea for her is to go bishop out with the bishop and there, and also to go queen before. So if knight e5 comes here, she wants to go queen before. If bishop comes here now, she cannot take on b2 because this is ampri, but knight e7 is a good move. And maybe coming back here now, and we need to come back. But yeah, this is absolutely, it's possible to play, but now this knight is maybe improved. You are coming here, here now. Maybe she needs to go, she needs to go g5. Do we dare to go g5? No, maybe this is a big mistake. I have no idea, but this knight is just very beautiful here. Here. So this is what she played. She wanted, but anyway, I'm happy she moved. She went knight b6. This was a move that surprised me. I didn't look at it at all because I didn't want to move away the knight, but because I would have preferred to play this move without f5. So we could kick away this knight later on with f6. I would absolutely have preferred to play it without, but that was not, yeah, without f5. So there. It could be this move, queen b3, is not a good move because we will go queen b4, and this would be a dream for black now because a4 is hanging. And even if we get the double pawn, this rook all of a sudden becomes active. We will actually win this pawn on a4, and we will be so happy. So now after queen b, this queen b3 is not the move. Of course, you can go here, but we go queen b4. You will need to come down here now. And in a position like this, probably we can actually go and take this pawn. I'm not sure what is going to happen here. We move away here. Will this queen come out? Yeah, we have knight c4, but it could be that you can kick out here. I am not sure really. Maybe rook b1. This queen is a little bit awkward here. It's not really coming out. It's not really coming out here. So you're planning rook c1, and this is getting a little bit scary, I would say. So let's see. But Anna wanted to make some activity. She played knight b6, and I was just wish she would have played quicker. But now we have this situation. Anna has 23 moves, 23 minutes, not 23 moves, 23 minutes to make. For rest of the game, she will get half a minute per move, but not any other time. She went for knight b6, and her plan is actually to go queen b4 to play against the a4 pawn. So this is, and I expect her opponent to go knight e5, queen b4, and bishop c2. This is what I expect him to do. Now Anna, she can also go bishop e6, planning to go knight e7. And what is this happening? Can we go like this? But we have knight f4, queen d6, And like this, we see we can never take an e5. This is a fork here. This is getting very nice for white. This is absolutely getting very nice for white in this position. So let's see what will he play here now. He's taking for. I think he's a quite quick player. Not as quick as the opponent Anna had in round number one and round number three, but I don't think he will think so long. Maybe 5, maximum 10 minutes. And after Anna played is knight b6. But for me, knight e5 is absolutely the move I would go for. The first move I would check because now finally I am allowed to bring in this beautiful knight to e5. It's on a black square, which means that this bishop can never take away this knight. And white would actually dream to change the pieces and play with this knight on e5 against this bishop. Of course, depending on pawn structure, um, if Anna if Anna gets some other activity, maybe it's not such a danger. But this knight on e5 can only be taken away with another knight or with giving exchange on e5. So it's just such a beautiful square. But knight b6 came here now, and he can take time because he has like 1 hour and 5 minutes for the rest of the game. That's quite a lot. Anna played a move. I'm not sure if he has been calculating, if he was looking at that, but she wants to look at the pawn on a4. Her plan now is absolutely queen b4. This is absolutely her next move. So if a move like queen c7 will come, now I like maybe more to play this. Now you can go knight e5. Can we go something like queen b4 here now? No, this f3, this this queen take e4, and now this is just very, very good for white. Because if you take here, we will grab it probably with the bishop and look here at the pawn structure. And now we have this, what I said, is dream for white. This knight against this bishop. And not only that, we have a terrible pawn structure for black. Maybe we try something. Yeah, I don't know what to do, but this would just be so difficult to play. It would just be very bad for black. So let's go back. I just would say that I like more white's position now because of knight e5. And but Anna wanted to create something, and she wanted um, so she decided to go for this knight b6. She wanted to bring out her pieces. She wanted to put the bishop on e6. So if it goes knight e5, I guess Anna will go queen c here. She can also go bishop e6. But what will happen? Oh, no, no, sorry. You see, I'm not awake. And after knight e5, there is a threat. So maybe rook f6 is what you need to play. And we have f3. And remember, we can never take on c3. This would absolutely help white because white is going for c4. Maybe we try this, but here we can go f4. And whatever you do, black, this is just fantastic for white. You will get a fantastic pawn here. No, we cannot play like this. So Anna can never take here. Maybe she needs to go knight to d6, having here now. But now we have queen b3, and this is getting scary. Do we have e4, or we have even some tactics? Oh, we have some tactics. And check here. And this is just we are getting so many pawns, a rook and so many pawns against the two knights. This would be winning. So I would say that I am not. I'm scared. I like more white's position now here because white has black squares to play, and white can put this knight on e5. And I don't know what is if this queen b4. You can even go queen c7 here to play this. We will take with the pawn and here, and now we just don't. And if we come here, we need to go something like this. Uh, Probably take like this. And how is this position? Rook b1. This is a little bit scary. Rook c1. We have a queen which is not coming out. We have a queen. Can we go some c5? This you can maybe just take it. We need to go rook e8, but this is a little bit scary. Rook b2. We're trying to get this trap. Can we now go c5? Yes, no. We have queen a1, and we see the queen is just trapped. So with rook on e1, yeah. This is, yeah. But she will try now some activities on the queen side. I'm quite sure. Her opponent take time. I just hope that he will spend a lot of time. I just like to put on the live board. The colors are so much more beautiful. So 95. this square is the most logical move. And also, this is what he played. And this is what he played. This was just a very good move. I think Anna will go queen before, but after queen before, I think she will go queen before, and I'm a little bit concerned now. After queen before, you can just defend uh, the pawns. So Anna played queen before very, very quickly. Here we had a move. It was her plan. So Anna made a plan. And her plan is she's dreaming about taking on e4. She's trying to force her opponent to take on e4, but her opponent will never take on e4. After knight e5, there was a threat. Her opponent can go bishop c2, but he can even go queen c2. He can absolutely even play this. And after a move like this here, now the queen is under threat. Don't change it. And this position, you're moving, you can go here. We cannot go here because you see the queen is trapped. This would be the end game. We need to go knight to c4. He can also even go, can he go here now? I don't know. But then Anna has queen a3 and she's getting out for the queen. I am not sure what is happening in position like this. Yes, take, take. You will take this pawn, and here we have queen d6. This is absolutely positioned to fight. I would prefer white still here because you see the pawn. This pawn structure is very nice. Even if we have a pass pawn, you will block it maybe, and you will have some activities here. Maybe I don't know how we're going. Rook f8, perhaps. If you take it, we will need to take with the queen. You can rook b8 one here. We are bringing it back, and we try to put the pawn on a3, and it's better to have changed one pawn here now. But you will put some pressure also here. I have no idea how this will be happening. Take here is the king. Probably king should be on black square. It's so far away. I go back to the board. I go back to the board. But of the queen before, we have such interesting, such active position. Anna went for activity, but she also gave activity to her opponent. I think bishop c2 is a very logical move to play here if he wants to defend. It depends on if he wants to defend the pawn or if he wants to go for something else. Anna is actually planning. Is she planning to, let's see, we make a little move like h3 here now. Then maybe this is the best move, actually, but this is difficult. Not to take any pawns, because after we take like this, queen take a4, maybe we can bring the queen here now, and Anna's queen is out of the game. It's completely out of the game. This is getting scary because you cannot get it back so easily. So I don't know. Yeah. So queen before was played. Sorry, I shouldn't move around so much. Sorry, I will just put it back. Here we have the live board. Queen before was played. Anna puts pressure on b2. She wants to put pressure on a4, but if she needs to play queen take a4, her queen will be out of the game. I am getting so scared. I wouldn't dare to go for a pawn like this because it's now not so easy to get back with the queen to the middle of the board or to get out from the queen side with the queen. So her opponent could her opponent even go like a move like queen e2? No, this would be a mistake because we can grab the pawn like this. Of course, I forgot this. So this queen need to defend the pawn on a4. It needs. So her opponent can go one move. He can go two move. He can make some slow move like h3 and just staying with the queen here because it defends on a4. He can do that. I'm not so sure Anna is planning to take on c3. It looks like that. But I think actually the plan Anna has in this position is to go knight d7. So if you go, can we go f3? Can we go this? And now, do we dare to take the pawn here now? Queen somewhere. Yes, now we have queen a3 and we are getting out. But we remember this is actually still very good. This is always possible to play. This will always be a bit better for white. Absolutely. And why? Look at white's pawn structure. All this, I have to calculate, I'm a little bit tired. All these six pawns together. And why Anna has one, she has two, and three pawn island. And the pawns are stronger when they stay together. So let's go back. Queen before was the last move. We got some activity here, some aggression, but yes, so this is what she wanted to go for activity. This is why I played this knight b6. She let her opponent's knight jump in to the middle of the board. And so she went here. But planning to take on c3 and a4 is very, very dangerous, especially if her opponent go queen c2 After queen c2, I would actually like to go a little more like this. What are you going to do here now? Just to wait a little bit. But I, yeah, this is what I would like her to do. So let's see. Anna is doesn't threaten to take on b2, but she might be planning to take on c3 and take on a4. That could be possible. So after a move like this, here taking here and queen h5, and if you go queen a3 here now, I don't know, knight g8, what is, we can see this is getting scary, but you have to go g4. This is not easy to make a decision like this, to go g4. Oh, this is not at all easy to play. I think this position would be double h, absolutely. So maybe now, actually, Anna is planning to take the pawn because after, if she takes the pawn, she will have queen a3 coming back, but she will have queen a3. So after queen c2 is worse to take on a4. So queen c2 is actually a good move because the queen will afterwards go to b2 to stop Anna's queen from getting out here. So let's see what he will play. It's such an exciting moment. Anna went for peace activity. She gave activity to her opponent. She let her opponent jump into this beautiful square on e5, a knight which Anna will never be able to take away. You only to exchange with a knight, but it could be that white will play f4. And if you take on e5, white will be get a tremendous pass pawn. So Anna would need to have some other things to compensate. Yeah, so bishop c2 is absolutely a fine move to play. If she goes bishop c2, Anna cannot take on c3, she cannot take on b2. So maybe bishop c2 is the most practical move. And after bishop c2, I'm just hoping Anna will go, maybe bishop e6, just going developing, and then the plan is to go knight d7. White is absolutely better because white has lots of control on the back squares. So bishop c2 is a way of defending the b2 pawn, because we can see that this knight is not defended. If the pawn was on a7, yes, then the pawn on b2 would be a threat to take. But when this knight is hanging, we have to be careful that the rook is coming to b8 and will pick up the piece. So see let's see what her opponent will play. But bishop c2 is a good move. I would say queen c2 is a good move also. I think these are the two strongest moves. Anna is hoping for her opponent to take on e4 with something, but he will not do that. He hasn't done it. And he has also played fine. He had made some, I would say that a4 was a strange move to make, but afterwards, he's played fine, played these small waiting moves, and when Anna got impatient, moving away her knight, he jumped in to e5, and white is having an advantage in this position, absolutely. And it will be so exciting to see what her opponent play here now. Yeah, I'm also hoping her opponent will spend some time. I don't think he will spend too much time, but he has been spending like, oh, could it be? Could it be like 10 minutes? Yeah, 10 minutes, not more. I thought it was 20. No, he spent like 10 minutes. That's absolutely fine because everything changed now when Anna went for knight b6, queen b4. So let's see here what he will do. So she's planning to take on c3 and take on a4. Her opponent can defend with bishop to c2, but I would say that queen c2 is a very tricky move and also a very nice move. And the queen on c2 is very, very good. And the queen there need to be two pieces defending a4. Because so only Anna can just only take on a4 if she takes on c3 before going away with the queen somewhere here. I think Anna will be able to take here. Could she do that? Or is this a mistake? I'm not sure. We knight f3, knight d6, and we have, oh, this will be an attack here. This actually will be very dangerous with g4 coming up. This is very, very dangerous. So actually he could also play, sorry, knight queen before would play it. Yeah, it could be that he can play something like that also. Just some small moves. And if Anna start taking on a4, he will, yeah, queen h5. Yeah, it could be he goes for a queen attack. He'd say, I don't care about, I am absolutely not caring about. But I wonder if you go more like queen h5, can we take on b2? This, there's always no, we have knight e2. And after queen a3, this would be not, we will bring in another knight here. This would absolutely be good. No, but this is actually fine now. So it's not so clear. It could be, but I don't think queen h5 looks very strange to leave both b2 and a4 on pre. But if Anna takes on a4, her queen will be off. And can white then use this time, or can white try to trap the queen or let it stay there for a long time on the rim? Yeah, her opponent has been spending like 15 minutes, and I think this is fine. Up to 20 minutes is fine for a move. And he also has quite a lot of time, especially compared with Anna. But I think it's better if, yeah, but you shouldn't spend more than about 20 minutes. And he can also, if he doesn't want to make any decision, doesn't want to lose anything, he can go queen, bishop c2. And actually, with going bishop c2, he will leave this square d3 free for a knight. So if Anna tries to change the knight, he can. He has lots of different options, but one of them could actually be to go with a knight to d3, because on d3 the knight will afterwards have this square. From d3 it could go to f4. It could also go to c5. So it's very nicely placed on e5. It could also be nicely placed on d3, but e5 is a more active square. Of course, you're on your opponent's camp, and you're also standing on black square. So Anna cannot get rid of this knight so easily. And yeah, they get 30 seconds per move. And Anna is playing a tournament in Madrid. They're actually having three tournaments. Anna playing the open tournament. There are 48 players. Anna is seeded like 29 among these 48 players. She plays against one of the lowest rated in the tournament, because it's just, and his name is Francisco del Cid. He's from Guatemala, and we can see how international chess is. The first round, Anna played against a player from Venezuela. I think it was a candidate master. And round two and three, she played against two players, one international master from Spain. In the fourth round, she played against a very young player from Spain. He was 70 years old. Played against him last evening. And in the round number uh, now round number four, she's playing against a player from Guatemala. So is played all over the world, and that is just so beautiful. And so playing online, playing over the board, you can get to play against players from lots of different countries. What do you expect him to go? I expect him to go bishop c2. This is what I expect, keeping everything under control. So this is what I expect him to do. So here we have the position at the board. Yeah, they're playing on a digital board, and the digital boards are so nice. They're having these beautiful wood pieces. I love to play on them with the beautiful colors. The squares are also quite big, so it's just very nice. They also having the digital clocks. The digital clocks became popular in the 90s. Before we play with these other kind of clocks where we didn't get extra time per move, and yeah, this is what I was brought up with, and I have lost so many games on time. So I'm just so happy with having the digital clocks. But also in the beginning with the digital clocks, I guess players were making mistake. I also lost on time some in some games, even with the digital clocks. I'm just slip over the time. But in general, you get 30 seconds per move. And this idea, I think, is from Bobby Fischer, just long before the digital clocks existed, that you get a little time per move, so you always have time enough to win your winning position. If they are easily winning, if they are difficult to win, of course you might go wrong, but that is the idea, that chess, well, it will be decided on the board, that the clock will not decide it as much. But of course, the clock is making a lot of influence on the game because with little time, it's so easy to go wrong. Yeah, I also hope he will spend some time. I hope the opponent of Anna will spend some time now. And he is doing that. He will absolutely not take on e4. This is clear. He hasn't done that before. If he wanted to do, he should have done it very early when Anna can only take back with the d pawn. Now, if you take on e4, Anna will always take back with the f pawn. And you see that this rook would get very active against f2. What could he also do? Could rook e2 be a move? No, rook e2 looks very strange because then Anna absolutely it would block. Uh, this queen won't have the possibility to go up here to create some place, and this pawn would be better on h7. Now we have a hole here that white can try to use. We have also a bishop looking down here, so White wants to keep, I think White wants to keep the queen on d1 because he wants to be able to play this move. So I assume he will go bishop c2. This is the move I'm guessing because after bishop c2, you can have plan of queen h5. Anna cannot take any pawns. There are both poison pawn, the one on b2. This is also poison pawn, the one on c3. So bishop c2 looks like a very logical move. So the moves he can choose from is bishop c2. I think queen c2 is also a very clever move because taking here on a4 would be put her into very much danger. But I think he likes to keep this open. So I think he will stay with the queen here. The stay is, and the queen is very good here because you can go up and try to create some queen king side attack, but you're also defending the pawn on a4. So I think he will not move away the queen. So here we have the position. So yeah, so these are the move I am guessing. I am guessing bishop c2. I am guessing maybe queen c2, but I don't think so. And he could go queen h5, which is absolutely possible to play. To say I don't care if you take a pawn, your queen will be so far away. I want to attack your king, and I have this square. I have this square to play on, and your king is so much weaker when I have g6 square to play on. Yeah, now he has been spending like, what is it? A little more than 20, 22, 23 minutes for his move. And let's see what he is going to play here now. What could he be doing? He's not going to move this knight, 92. I guess we just could take on a4. We could even take with the queen on a4 because we will get the queen back to b4. No, you cannot move away. He will not do it. This knight stands well here because if Anna wants to take on a4, she needs to take on c3, but that would improve White's position. So when we exchange in pieces, when the pawn structure is changing, it changed our plans. And so it's like this. These pieces are a little bit looking at each other. Black want white to take on e4, and white want black to take on c3 because it would, if white takes on e4, it would improve Anna's pawn structure, and if Anna takes on c4, it would actually improve white's pawn structure. This pawn is poisoned because after this knight is hanging, there will come a rook b1. You take on e4, and then maybe with a knight, maybe, and then after rook b1. So taking on b2 is not a threat in this position. Mm. Uh, yeah, he takes some time. Anna is also so fully focused. And I just wish she would have had a coffee or tea, but I just hope she had a good breakfast. So she stays, so she has energy for the game. And yeah, no, he has been playing well the game. He made this a4 that surprised me, but he has played well everything else, I would say. And maybe you can go a4, a5. I would say that this is a little positional. It's a move I wouldn't play, but yeah, because it stopped the play on the queen side. But then he was waiting. He made a very good strategy of just waiting, waiting for Anna to be impatient. And finally, she moved away her knight, and he could jump in here. So he has been playing absolutely fine, I would say, in this game. He's absolutely been playing fine here. Yeah, no, he's just wondering how, if I think he's looking at if he will defend the pawn on a4, how he's going to do that. So I think this is why he takes some time. And also trying to say, is this a danger that Anna goes for the pawn, or can he go himself doing something? I'm just wondering, could he play? But a move like this, if Anna go queen take b2, everything now, because if you take here, we would actually get some counter attack here now. So this would absolutely be, I think this would be fine, bishop e2, and maybe we go queen a3, and we are just bringing back the queen here. This would absolutely be fine. So he will never, I think he will not ever take on e4. He will do other things. So if he would go queen h5 to go and attack, and Anna takes here, knight e2 is a good move, and he wants to try, and Anna needs to go knight d7, try to exchange an active piece. And also he has to be a little careful on f2. He cannot go here because we have a check here. This would absolutely be very good for Anna. So, but I don't think he will go queen h5. This looks very, very strange to do so. And it would absolutely look very strange to go queen h5 to let Anna take on b2. So bishop c2 is the move I expect him to do. And the idea with bishop c2 is that if we go here, this would be a mistake. We have this, we have rook b1, and you see when the queen moves away, we will just win a piece. So bishop c2 is a good move, and it means that this pawn is a poison pawn, the b2 pawn, and you're not allowed to take it. You would just lose a piece because the knight is just a loose piece, is not defended. If the pawn would have been on a7, yes, this would absolutely be possible. But with the pawn on a5, this knight is hanging. So this is the position, and he's taking some time. I'm very happy. I just hope he will um, keep on thinking that both will get into a little time. This is what I really hope will happen in the game, that both of them doesn't have so much time. And he has been spending like 25 minutes, 27 minutes. That's quite a lot after Anna's play. But she is having some threats. Maybe he's checking are there threats or not. And I guess Anna is planning to take on c4 and playing queen a4 and queen a3. I think this is absolutely her plan. So let's see, we make some little but move like this. I think this is probably the best move. This is probably the best move, but it will be difficult to play. But I think Anna will go for this, and I'm just wondering, queen h5, this could be a little bit scary. Knight d7, this could absolutely be scary. Where can we put the rooks? Somewhere, I have no idea. And we have, oh, this is queen h4. We are getting, I have no idea what is happening here now, but we have some ideas of playing a mate, which is actually getting queen d8. This is actually very, very scary. Here, after we have a check here now, we will need to go knight f8 because, yeah, this is getting a little bit scary here now, but maybe we can fight. Absolutely. So he could, but h3 he will absolutely not make. He will not, but I just wanted to make a small move to see a little bit what could happen if he just doesn't care that Anna will take. But bishop c2 and queen c2 are I would say the main moves. And the queen c2, the idea is if you take on a2, a4, you will bring the queen to b2, and Anna's queen will not get out of c4. It will not get out of c4. But I don't think he will go queen c2 because I think he likes to have this open to be able to bring the queen to the king side. This is what I think. So the time difference, yes, it's getting smaller. It's getting smaller, and I'm just happy for that. So before he had more than double, he had 3 times as much time, almost, not exactly, but close to 3 times as much time. Now he's having like 12, 13 minutes more, but it's not as much. But it depends on Anna will need to speed up afterwards. She will need to also play quicker because she has only 23 minutes, a little less than 23 minutes plus the 30 seconds for the rest of the game. So these are quicker classical games. And when you play double rounds to make the tournament shorter, to make it easier for amateur players to be able to play because you need to take vacation or maybe you are working if you live in Madrid you are working but you need to get free from work and so with having buys with making the tournament shorter it makes it possible for more players to participate. So it's down to 36 minutes for her opponent. Yeah, this is getting so exciting with time. They have only played now 15, 16 moves, 15 moves. So this played the first, was it 10 moves or 8, 9 moves very quickly, but the last moves has come so slowly. So we see still there is a middle game. I would say, yeah, they are in the middle game. And what will happen here? Will there be will Anna get the pawn on a4? Will her queen after that get out? That is so important. Is he going for a kingside attack saying, take my pawns, I don't care? What is he going to do? This is just getting so exciting and also not only on the position but also with the time. And both of them are so fully focused. A4 or E4. Yeah, A4 is a little bit hanging in the air. S and yeah, and so we're hoping that black white will take on E4. But I think this is absolutely the last thing white will do here. So he can make a slow mo. It's not sure. Anna is planning to take on C3 and taking on A4. She wants to have Queen A3 to bring back the queen afterwards. No, my favorite pizza is probably something with vegetables, I guess. So with artichokes and lots of vegetables, also with garlic. I love that a lot. So I think that's my favorite pizza now. So, yeah, very nice to get greetings from Huddinge. Huddinge was where I was brought up in Stockholm. So, when I started chess, it's so long time ago, but I actually started with chess because of my brother and because there was a chess club started up in Huddinge, which is a suburb to Stockholm, just a little bit outside Stockholm, and the club's name was Passanten. So I was member there for 30 years, and it was there I was taught to play chess long time ago. So let's see, they are both very focused, and her opponent is spending time. It could be that he will use 10 more minutes, that he will get down to the same time as Anna, because lots of players has this. They say, I can spend time, but as long as I have at least the same time as my opponent, it is fine. And he looks so fully focused. So is he worried? He looks worried. Or is he worried about Anna taking one of the pawns? It could be that it could absolutely be that he is worried about that. So let's see what he will do. He's fully focused. Anna is also fully concentrated. Her water is almost empty. I wish she had another bottle. When I am playing, I actually try to bring two bottles to the board because there could be some moments where I feel I don't want to go up and look for another bottle, that I don't have time for that. So I actually like to bring more than one bottle to the board when I'm playing, because it's actually during the game when I'm drinking more than uh, um, ah, more than than at other times. Yeah. he took on e4. This was a shocking, this was absolutely surprise. He took on e4. I think Anna will not be worse now. I think this was a mistake. Anna should absolutely take back with the f pawn. She should take back with the f pawn. You can see all the pawns together. Open up for the rook. This is very good to just take back with the f pawn. She can absolutely think a little bit, but she should absolutely take back with the f pawn. So this bishop is coming out now. This is what she should do. And here she takes back and she take back with f pawn. I would anything else would surprise me. She took some seconds, and I like this. And now all of a sudden this is coming. So the pressure went too big. I couldn't expect his going. Now Anna again, she's not frightened to take on b2 because later we have rook b1, but she's planning to bring out her pieces. She's absolutely planning to bring out her pieces. And now there are no kingside attack. Anna is having such a beautiful position. If you go f3 here now, yeah, you would. We will take it. If you go knight f3, we would bring out the bishop. We will get the pin here, and we're coming back. I would just say that Anna has a more pleasant position now after he took on e4. So that I told you I would never believe he would do that, but he did that. And here we have the position. And now we can see the pawn structure improved because now this rook was passing behind the pawn. Now this rook is looking very active. Actually, Anna is planning maybe to take on b2 because she will have threat against f4, f1 also. Could this be a move actually? Because now you cannot play this. You would actually, we can go something like that, and we can go rook b1. You can also play other things. No, taking the pawn. If you go here, but I guess, and does he want to play this move? No, maybe we just keep out. We go out with our pieces like this, or we are planning rook f6 and rook f8, just using this open file. So he took here, Anna took back, and now she has a pawn here. And this is what we were hoping for. We were hoping that he would take on e4 with a piece, and this is what he did. Oh, so now Anna's plan would be to bring out the bishop. She could go to f5 or e6, and then after rook f6, the other rook here, maybe later knight d7 to absolutely challenge this beautiful knight on e4. So e5. So has he played here yet? No, he is thinking. No, he has played. What did he play? He played some move here now. He played b3. He played b3. He wanted to defend. Sorry. I'm getting so excited. Here we have the position. He played b3 to defend. And now I just like bishop e6 or bishop f5. Both of them are absolutely fine. It doesn't really matter. Bishop e6, but maybe bishop f5, you're taking a grip of this. And now the plan is rook f6 and the other rook here. You will later on go with a knight to d7. So I just like to bring out the bishop e6 or f5. Both of them are fine. You can come here. Queen h5 is not really a plan here now. We can even go queen e7 because after a move like this, we have a pin. You see, this is pinning. You need to come here like this. And is this game in here, in this end game, Anna will be a little bit better. It will be a little more pleasant for her. But I think actually she will. So b3 was played here now. And now Anna is down to 22 minutes, but I like her position so much better now than before after white took on e4. Yes, bringing out the bishop to f5, wherever you want to go, e6, both of them are fine. I like not to d7 because the deal is hanging because I want later on to, so I would like to bring it out here. Maybe this is possible. And after bringing back the queen and later on, I want to go knight e7. I want to exchange this knight. And then we will play with the bishop against this knight, but it has changed, and Anna will put pressure here on the f line. It is just a position I like very much now for Anna. Yes, but I don't want to go out with the knight now. She can go knight d7 now at the moment, but her opponent will go maybe knight g6 here, maybe go something queen h5, and I just feel that if we bring out the bishop first, after that we go knight d7. Yeah, bishop e6 would be. I think probably I would go bishop e6 in this position to, and then the plan would be rook f6 and rook f8. So I would go bishop e6, put in the rook here, put in the next rook here, and then later knight e7. This is the plan I would play in this position with with black. But it could be bishop f5 is better because with bishop f5, even if you're blocking the f line, you're controlling g6 square. And after when you go knight d7, you go queen d6. Anna has already played. She played back the queen to d6. She played back here. This was absolutely fine. She could also wait if she wanted, but she played back here. And the idea is if you come here, will she go knight d7 could be a mistake because we have knight f4 here. Could it be actually, I'm just wondering what is going to happen. Knight g6 here, queen g5. And a position like this, I want you to see that this is actually very good for Anna. She's having exchange down, but this hole here, she's planning bringing the bishop here and putting the bishop here, queen on h5. She will have so, and she doesn't have any weakness. This is the only, you can try to go something like this, but you will queen h5, actually this, and you will actually need, this is a threat, you need to go somewhere here. We will go and we will have a position like this, and this will absolutely be only Anna who can win this position, I would say. She can make a perpetual already here. So let's see. She played queen d6. This was happening. What will he do here now? Because remember, after a4, he doesn't have this minority attack. I think knight d7 will be coming. And after that, knight, it might be go, she will come here now. Knight d7, he can go knight d4. But this is actually a very good way of playing. She can also go away with the queen, but also this, we'll look at it. We bring out bishop h3 because we want to be there to be a toll here. And we take here now, and now we have this plan of bringing up. So maybe queen e2 is a natural move. I'm not sure how. I'm just wondering if we can go something like this. We're bringing it back. I just wondering here how we're going to, are we going to try to go h5, h4? I'm not sure how it is, but white doesn't have so much activity here. We have a pawn for the exchange, which is very good. We have, this is the only weakness. We have a weakness of b6, but the only way to attack it would be with the queen, and the queen needs to defend the king. This is very, very far away, but Anna played queen d6 back. This was the last move, and she decided to go quickly. I think was good. And now I'm a little bit concerned of, I'm a little bit concerned of 92, 94. She has this beautiful exchange sacrifice, but will her opponent play that? I think probably he maybe might go queen h5 here now, and then with the whole here, bishop f5 is a good move. Can we go knight e2, but then we have knight e7, and after knight f4, we can actually take here. I'm just wondering, can we go here? Yes, because after knight g6, we have this a pin, and the only way to get back is to go here, and we have won a pawn. We will be very, very happy in a position like this. So let's see, what will he play here? Queen d6 was the last move played. This was the last move here. Anna is planning knight d7. She wants to get rid of the knight. She also wants to go maybe bishop f5 and then knight d7. So after a move like queen h5, I just like this move. I think this is just very good to control g6 square here. And then you see the rook is playing, and you will have knight d7 coming very, very soon here. So queen d6 was played now. Now there are only like 8 minutes difference. Her opponent started to play slow, and now the position is more difficult for him. This would be a huge mistake because we take here, and if you take with a knight, yeah, we would absolutely pin here. This would be nothing you want to play. If you go something like a4, we can even play rook f4, putting more pressure here. After a move like a5, we can go queen d6, and we are getting so heavy threats against the king side. This pawn looks beautiful, but we are going rook f8. We have a tremendous pin, and we have also king here, queen here. So let's go back. The last move that was played. He cannot move, touch the f pawn. He cannot move any of the pawns. Okay, he can go a little move like h3. This could absolutely be a possibility to go h3 if he wants to. But if Anna's queen comes here, he will get, he has to be careful that this is not hanging. I guess, what would I guess? Maybe queen h5 or knight e2. These are the moves I would guess he is doing here. Knight e2 would be. And after knight e2, I guess you can go bishop f5, knight f4. We can go knight d7. And we have this position. And here you can take with whatever you want. We will just, let's see, you are coming up here now. No, you cannot do it is because you will just get losing everything. So moving away. But this is the position. Queen d6 was played, and it was logical. The queen made its work. It made her opponent take on e4, and this is what Anna was dreaming about. This was what she was hoping for. Now her plan is to take away this knight, but I would prefer to go out with the bishop first and then knight d7. What did he play? He played, I cannot see what he played. He played, uh, he moved his knight. Did he go knight? I don't see what he played. What did he do? Did he go knight e2? He made knight b1. Oh, knight b1. That was very, very surprising move. What is he planning to do? We put it here, knight b1. Yeah, now I see the knight is over there. So Anna can go knight d7 if she wants, but I prefer to go out with the bishop. What is his plan? Is he wants to come here? Does he want to go f4? But you take here, he wants to take with this, and now we go bishop e4. So I like, this could be absolutely his plan. Queen d7, and now we can take on e5, we can take on f3, we can go rook f5. We have very much, here, can he take? He can take on d7, but we will have this in between move, and the king will be very, very weak like this. So this is his plan. He wants to go f4. So Anna can go knight d7 now if she wants to, and then he needs to go f4. Take here. He will needs to take here knight f6, and now he can come back bishop f5. He will have this back, and Anna can go knight d7, and we have this position. And Anna could even take on e5, but I would prefer to go like this, just to put more pressure here. So this is, so I think knight d7 or out with the bishop is what we will see here. So he played knight b1, but he has a plan, and his plan is to go knight b2 and f4. He wants to defend. He wants to defend. As Anna played, yeah, she played knight d7. Thank you so much. I'm getting so excited. I'm forgetting. She played knight d7 very quickly, and I'm happy she played the move quickly. It's not main thing to and you can see there are only three moves for him to play, two moves. This is f4 or take on d7. Yeah, you have queen h5 also if you want to go. But after that, we will grab this pawn here. We will play rook f5. We will win it. And if you go queen takes here, we will go here. And we will go rook e8. We will also win the pawn. So I would say in this position, there are only two moves. One is f4. One is taking on d7. Knight g4 is not possible because we have h5. We can see the knight will need to come back, and then here we'll take an extra pawn, and we are also defending h5. No, you cannot play like this. So knight d7 was played. She is taking away this triumph of in white's position. So I say white has two moves, either to go f4 or to take on d7. If white goes f4, we will take on f3, and white can only take back with the knight. This in between move is not possible because we have at this moment we have a check here and we would win on spot. But we would have to have this position, and then I like knight f6. The knight is coming. I like not knight e4, but I like bishop f5 with the plan of going the knight to d7. This is absolutely fine for Anna to play, but I think this is what we will see. So knight d7 was played. So knight b1, the plan is to, and I guess he will go f4 now. I think this is more according to his plan here now. He could also try to go like this. Anna will take, and now knight e2, but you see this knight is not doing so much. Anna will now go maybe rook f2, rook f7. I think rook f6, absolutely. And what are you going? Maybe to bring it here, you will come with another rook. You will need to go some queen d2 here now. And now we will start moving with our h pawn. We start to get it to h3, and we'll get the rook to g6. This is very, very unpleasant for for white. So knight d7 was played, and now he is thinking. Anna has played the last move quickly. I'm very happy to see that. But after she was using, was it like 40 minutes? She was using so much time, but she couldn't find the plan. Afterwards, she find this plan, putting pressure on the pawns on the queen side. And her opponent, he, under the pressure, he decided to take on e4. but that helped Anna. We can see that every time when a pawn is moving or like it took back in the center, the pawn structure changed and the plan changed completely. Now Anna can play along this F line. She has also bishop, which will coming out and can try to put some pressure on G2 or G4. So what will he do? I guess he will go F4. I think F4 is more according to him, his plan. F4 or take on D7. These are the only move he can play now. So one of these, but I guess F4 is his plan here now. And now they're getting very close with the time. And I'm just, yeah, as I said, I'm just happy that Anna started to speed up now and to play quicker. But it's because her plan is very clear. She wants to use the open fight, but more than anything, she wants to start to take away the triumph in White's position. And this knight is the triumph, but with this knight, she can take it away. And this one is very, very far away of getting to E5. And yeah, I'm happy to see her opponent is spending, but it's because Anna is spending time. It's because Anna is putting pressure on him. He has to make big decisions, and moving a pawn is a big decision also. And it's actually the best he can do is to go F4 to defend the knight. This is absolutely the best he can do. Yes. And if he goes F4, Anna needs to take en passant. She's not allowed to let this knight be staying here. I would say. No, she just needs to take it. He has to take it back. And then she needs to bring out her bishop. Now she's planning bishop g4. So knight e5 should be coming. We go bishop f5 and knight d2. And now we want to kick this knight away. And if you're coming here, you can go bishop f3. I'm just wondering, do we have time for this? No, we have knight g4, and all of a sudden she would be better. So what did he do? He took on d7. That made it easier for Anna. This was not the best. Now Anna has an easier game actually than if he played f4. It's a little bit like the game we have seen before when Anna played. She didn't touch, she didn't move the f pawn, but now it will be more scary because Anna has this f line. She has also two rooks to play with. She has such a beautiful position here. Bishop takes was very, very good. Now Anna just should double her rooks. And I think I would double the rooks on f6, rook f8, go rook g6, try to get the bishop to h3. And it's very difficult to see any activity for her opponent. I think her opponent just needs to stay passive. Now they have about the same time. 92 was coming. Now I just like Anna to go rook f6. This is actually very, and actually, this is absolutely possible to play. Queen take h2, but it's not easy to play. The plan is actually we threatening mate into rook h1 has to come. We are going here. You has to go. Knight f3 is the only move you can play. And now we don't go for tactics. We just go back and we will play this position. But I don't think Anna will go for tactics. But rook take f2. This is absolutely a very good move. You take an h2. This is very thematic. And the only move her opponent can play, if you go here, yeah, we will just grab it. This would be the end of the game. Rook h1. And if we go here, we have to be careful. We cannot play rook take f3 because white would be winning with queen take f3 because Anna's queen is under attack. But she can just go back and this queen d4, she can go bishop g4 and she rook h4 and in a position like this, she can go h5. She will take on f3. I don't have no idea what you will do here now. And I don't know, can we take here now? This, if you take here, this would be winning. You will need to go g3. But this is absolutely fantastic for Anna. So rook take f4 is a possibility to play. It's not necessary. I think absolutely Anna is looking at that. We put up the board here of the 92. You can sacrifice the rook, but it's not necessary. But this is very filmatic that you take on f2. Actually, her opponent in round number one, he played the sacrifice on f7. He was white, and but he was a knight. And after, when the opponent took it, he got his rook to h7. He got in with the rook, or I don't know if the opponent took it. Maybe opponent didn't take it. I'm not sure. But he got this theme, and now Anna also have it. It's absolutely fine to take on f2, but she can also play slowly with rook f6 and rook f8. And I'm sure she is considering, and this is a little bit, I would actually wish that he didn't allow it, because Anna will spend some time here now. Are she going to kill him now, try to win the game on the spot? But take on f2, she will play with an exchange less, but she will get pawns, she will get actually two pawns. This is fantastic. But she can play very pragmatic, very practical. Yes, go rook f6, rook f8. Both of them are fine. Putting more pressure or grabbing the pawn on f2, both of them are absolutely fine. They are absolutely fine. She can also go queen d6, but after queen d6 now, this is also fine. I think knight f1, and now we go h5, because if you go bishop h3, this is not really so much. You will come here. We will have to kick you away somewhere, and now we will go h5. So this will also be good to play. So queen d6 is also a move here. So you have, that's true, rook f6 is maybe what I play, but queen d6 is maybe this is absolutely good to bring the queen here. We want to go bishop h3. This is absolutely fine. It could be your opponent have to go f3 here, but this is not easy choice to make f3 or maybe even f4, but that could also be possibility. I would, in this position, I would go rook f6. I would go, because f4 is not possible. You take here, and we are pinning here. You don't have knight e5 threatening the queen, so that's why the queen is quite good on d6. I would actually go rook f6 here, or maybe I would take on f2. I guess that depends on my mood, but it's very, very important. Um, it's very important that Anna, after that she goes back, and she will be looking at f2, and I think Anna will go down to 10 minutes at least. Maybe she will use more time, because we can see how she's looking at f2. She's looking on the queen king side. They will never get it. After every move they get half a minute extra, but there's no more increment. There's no extra half an hour. So the time can be an issue also in this position, but I like so much Anna's position. So if she has move, almost anything is fine. So the moves I look at rook f8. She can even sacrifice a whole rook. She will get exchange back. She will get a knight back. She will be playing with it exchange less, but she will get two pawns. She will get this one and this one. It will be just a fantastic position. This is absolutely possible. And I think Anna will go for rook take f2. I think she will play it, but the problem is it could be that she will play it after a long time. So, but what I would actually, yeah, because it's just so forcing. There is just nothing. It's very forcing. It's not, white only has one way to stay alive. And this is, yeah, I will show the line again. You need to take it. And now we take h2. And the idea is that king cannot go back. We have threatened mate in two with the check. The only way white has to survive is go here. And after the check, you cannot move it. It will be a quick mate. You need to go knight f3. And now Anna cannot take on f3. She will lose the game. She needs to come back with the queen. And this is absolutely a very nice position for her. I don't know. After a move like this, I guess we go bishop g4. And if you try to grab like this, we will actually take like this. I think this would be, probably this would just be winning here. This would absolutely be winning here. Queen d2, queen f2 is just coming. So let's go back. Let's go back. So let's see what is happening here now. We'll see. And I think she will take an f2. I think absolutely she will take an f2. And but she doesn't have to play this. She has such a good position. And she has such a good position. But she's on her way to move. And I think we will see rook take f2. It will become more tactical. And no, I prefer the queen to be on g6. If I'm moving queen f6, you will go maybe some, maybe f3 also. Maybe rook f1 is also possible. And then queen g4. No, I want to double the rooks. So I would go rook f6, maybe queen g6, or maybe rook take f2. These are the free options. But I'm not so happy with this because maybe you go f3, and after this you will move the knight here because bishop g4, we have queen e5, and this will actually be very good for white. We have to look up for this, absolutely. Have to be careful with it. So here is the position. Knight e2 was the last move. Anna is thinking. She is spending uh, she's spending time, and but I think she will take on f2. It's probably the best move in the position, but I would have gone slowly. Rook f6. I can see anyway. She can try to put the knight on g3, but it's not. This knight doesn't really be a good defender because she has a h pawn to move away the knight. Yeah, I think rook take f2 is a very much a move Anna love to play. So, and it's not ruining the position, but it becomes more tactical. She will play with an exchange down, and she will need to play some maybe a little bit some accurate moves after that. But it's so that's why I think it's more practical. Yes, to go rook f6 after knight f1, we can just put the next rook here. You will defend it with a rook somewhere, and now we can go maybe rook g6, or maybe we can even go queen f3, rook g6, and we are planning some to play with a bishop g. We are planning bishop g4. Only way maybe to stop it is to go something like this, but this queen is just maybe queen g6. We are getting some very, very, yeah, now maybe you have knight. But we have this. I'm just worrying. What are you going to do here? I have queen e7, queen h5. We have this blow. So let's see here now. But let's see what she will play. But I tell you, she will spend some time, and uh, before she will move. And remember, Anna has only 11 minutes for the rest of the game. She doesn't have so much more time than that. So rook f6 or rook take f2, queen g6. These are the moves. And this queen needs to stay here so Anna so easily doesn't get to move with her h pawn. So yeah, it's getting exciting with the time. And this is why her spending so much time before can make it problem here too. But she has such a beautiful position. Anna has such a nice position. So the only thing she has a little bit to be careful is to allow this knight to e5, to allow the next knight to e5. So rook f6 is what I absolutely would like to play. I would actually like to play, but I think Anna will grab the pawn on f2. I think, yeah, no. So, but I think, when you're playing a game, even if you lose a game where everything went wrong, there are new games coming. So there is no reason to quit chess. It's such a beautiful game. Yes, to keep on playing. So Anna plays in Madrid. She played in the Open tournament. There are three tournaments in Madrid, and Anna plays in the Open with 48 players. Anna seeded 29. She has lost the first three games. Also, her opponent has lost his first three games. But now Anna is down to 9 minutes, a little more than 9 minutes for the rest of the game. They will not get any extra time. They have played like your opponent played like 20 minutes and 20 moves, not 20 minutes. He has like a little more than 20 minutes. Anna is on her way, and I think she will take on f2. I think she will take on f2. Let's see if she will do that, and then it will be a forcing sequence. He will absolutely play that. He will absolutely play that. So 92 was actually a little bit of a must move for him to play. So I think we'll have rook take f2. It looks like this, and after, uh, yeah. Yeah, Anna is down to 9 minutes, and that's, I'm only worried about the time. I'm not worried about the position. I'm not worried about Anna taking on f2 either, uh, because it won't. But I'm not worried about that either. So, but it's absolutely maybe the best. Yeah, maybe that's the best move, but it means that her opponent has a force sequence, and after that, so here it comes. What will she play? What will she play? Let's see. She needs to make a move. And she grabbed the pawn on f2. This is what she did. She took the pawn on f2. Her opponent has only one move to do. He needs to take it. He cannot allow Anna to have. Here it came. Rook to f2. This is a brilliant, it's a very nice move. It's a brilliant move. And the point is that you are forcing the king to come out. And if he takes here, Anna needs to take on h2. This is very modern. This is must move. Anna needs to take on h2. She threatened very quickly mate here. So her opponent has only one move. He's lucky that his knight is here. Anna needs to give the check. Knight f3 coming. And now she can't go rook take f3 because that would be losing. This would be losing because of queen take f3. And she would be just losing the game. But she goes to back knight e6 and she's going to have an attack. If you go something like this here now, we can just push this away. You will need to go somewhere here, and now we can even take it. Oh, I'm so, you will need just to come. If you come here, we have bishop g4, we're putting more pressure. No, this is not possible. So rook take f2 was played. He has no other move than to take it. He can go rook f1 if he wants to, but then probably the best for Anna is actually to go back with the rook and she will play with the pawn more. I don't believe he will do that. I think he will absolutely take the rook. This is, but then his king is getting out and Anna will take on h2 and we will have this very, very crazy king coming out and Anna will actually be getting not back her rook, she will get him back a knight and playing with exchange down, but she will get some pawns. She here now, she got one pawn, she will get a second pawn. And this is a move Anna loved to play, just um, sacrificing and here. And we could also see that if you go something like that here, you try to defend the king, but we have rook f8, and this is no way of playing because we take it, it's a pin, and it would be just the end of the game. So if he takes on f2, and I believe he will do that, Anna will just have to take on h2. We have some forcing moves, and he can go knight f1 now, but knight f1 now is not so good. Knight f3 now would absolutely not be so good because we will just go queen take h2, and now this is coming. You cannot go here. We would absolutely just pin you. And after a position like this, you can see queen and bishop, they are like 12 together. These are like 10. So queen against and bishop against two rooks is so much better. This is winning for black. So rook take f2 was played. So this is absolutely a beautiful move. It's absolutely very, very nice to play this. But after, Anna will need to play just in the best way. Let's see what he is doing. Will he? I think he took the rook. He had no other choice. He took the rook. Anna will have to take on h2. Here it came very, very quickly. Take on h2. And oh, it came also very quickly. He will need to go rook h1. This is because Anna is forcing mate now here. If he goes knight f3, Anna should just grab it directly. Threaten to take on g2. And if he goes something like rook g1, we can go bishop g4 if we want to. We can maybe also go rook f5. This is absolutely fine too. So he has only, in this position, queen take h2. We put it on the live board. He has only one move, and that is rook h1. And I'm sure he's going to play this only move. Otherwise, everything else will just be over. The game would be over because Anna is threatening mate in some few moves. And the only way for him to try to stay alive, is to threaten Anna's queen and then support the knight in between. And he has to do it in the right move order. Yes, White's mistake would actually earlier on to take on e4. And after that, he allowed Anna to bring out the king here. This is what. And now it's very important because I'm sure we see rook h1. Anna needs to give a check. And after knight f3 is very important. She goes back with her queen. Here we have it on the board. Anna needs to go rook f8 now. And now it's very important. He needs to go knight f3. And this is the only move he can play. And he will absolutely play this. Absolutely play this. And after that, Anna needs to go back with the king. Anna needs to go back with the queen. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. If he goes queen f3, we will just go back with the queen also. So this, he needs to go knight f3. And after knight f3, Anna needs to go back with the queen. This is absolutely very, very important. So he has just one move to play. He is thinking, he find rook h1, that was the only move. He will also have to find knight f3, that is the only move, and he will play that for sure. Here we had knight f3, and now Anna needs to go queen d6. She needs to go queen d6, and this is what she's going to do. She is bringing the back. She brought back the queen to d6. This was the best square because here you are defending. This was a good move, and she's having such a beautiful position. She is planning bishop g4 to grab here. And what she has got now, she has a rook down. She's going to get back the knight on f3, and she is actually planning bishop g4. So if you go something like queen c2 here now, you can go also queen d2. We can take on f3, but if you take here now, maybe this is absolutely fine. I don't know, bishop g4, maybe we have f4. So don't take here so quickly. If you move something like this, we put more pressure here. If rook is coming here now, we can actually go just h5. We are defending everything. We are putting this more pressure here, and now we can take. And if you go g3, we have such a wonderful position. We will try to get into the position. This is just fantastic. You cannot go here because we would bring in our queen. So it's just important that in this position, here we have it. Anna played queen d6. This was absolutely the best. Let's see here now. We have this. It's still exciting because it's important Anna doesn't take too quickly on f3, that she goes bishop g4 first. Bishop g4 is the next move. If you go rook h4, I like g5. I like very much g5 and bishop g4. The queen is excellent on d6 because if you go g5, we can go g5, threatening the rook, and you cannot take it because we would just grab it. So this is not possible to play. What could you try to do here? I don't know. You can go queen e2, but we will go bishop g4. We are putting and now taking on f3 is tremendous. We could even actually, we could also play like this because here you don't have f4 anymore. There is a pin. This would actually be winning. So if Anna in this position would play with the queen against the two rooks, she won't be winning because she has so many pawns. She has so many pawns. So here we have it. Queen d6 was played. He actually, the best he can do is to go away with his queen. Anna is threatening to pin it even more further. She's threatening to take on g4 and rook bishop g4, but also bishop g4 directly is such a good move. Oh, it's such a very, very nice position Anna is having, but I'm of course a bit nervous about the time, only nervous about her time, not about the position. And so I think maybe queen e1 could be a possibility. But then I like bishop g4. You do not have time to go like this. We will take here. I will go. We were looking at this before. I'm just wondering, a check here now. Can we do, yeah, if you come here, there could be some checks. But even this would be maybe winning. We need to go rook f8 here. And in a position like this, we have check here. King d1, we will see this will be a quick mate. So, and we remember after rook f8, if you take here, this position is absolutely very nice for Anna to play. I don't know where you're going, but we will just keep on playing. The king will come here, and we will go for these pawns on the queen side. And there is no possibility to make any counterplay. Let's go back. So let's see what he has played. Has he played anything? Anna played queen d6. No, it's not so easy for him to play it. He played the best. He played what was the only way to keep the game alive. Anna is having a very nice position, but if he moves the queen, Anna should put more pressure on g4. She should put more pressure on g4, no, on f3. So she shouldn't. If he moves away the queen from this diagonal, Anna shouldn't take on f3. That would be a mistake. She should actually go bishop g4. This would absolutely be fine. Like something like this. We go bishop g4. If you go rook h5, we We cannot take, can we take here? This would actually be a mistake because you have something like maybe, I don't know, where can we go? But this is getting to look, you have king e2, queen g3, and after this, maybe you have something like, could we have this position? No, you have rook f2 here now. So we have rook f4. Oh, I didn't see that rook f4. So we have to be a little bit careful. He played. No, he's still spending. Let's go back. This is position. Oh, it's such an exciting position. Queen d2 was such a good move. Queen d2 was no queen. Queen d6 was such a good move, and he's under pressure. And we can see that he's under pressure. And the best thing he can do is Anna is threatening bishop g4. She is threatening bishop g4 to put more pressure on f3 before she's taken. She's also planning to take on f3 and go bishop e4. So this is why the best he can do is to take away the queen from this diagonal. But this is not easy to understand. This is not all easy to understand. This is not all easy to understand. Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me still? Uh, can you hear me still? Uh, oh. We have some problems here. Sorry. So these we have some problems here now. I yeah. So that's why it's getting a little bit. Yeah, we have some problems. Let's see if I can do something here to make it different. Let's see what I can do because now all of a sudden I have. Um, let's see what we can do here now. Let's see. Oh, uh, so I just lost my board here now. Yeah, this is not so. Uh, So I will not be able now. We can only look at the position here. We have the queen on d6. I have lost my board here. Let's see. Uh, yeah. Sorry. Now something happened. Something happened here. So I will actually have to make the comments without moving at the board. But you can see because I have cannot see the board now. I just have lost it. Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. We have, yeah, something really went wrong here now. And, we did take, we did, so I really don't know what I shall do. Mm. So we can see her opponent is thinking. Her opponent is, yeah, let's see if we can get something back here now. Now, maybe will I get, no, I don't get it back here now. I don't get it back here now. So I will have to go, this is what, we have to go like this. I asked, let's see if I will manage to get this up here. Let's see, here we have, uh, so we have, no, we have like, this we have like this. No, this is, uh, yeah, I will actually have to do it like this. Now everything is gone. Sorry, this is just, everything is gone here now. We have some issues here now. So let's see, I will start. We have to start it. Yeah, we lost everything. I'm very, very sorry for that. Um, let's see if we can get it out here on the stream. We will go to, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. We have lost everything now. I so I'm sorry. It doesn't really work for me. Nothing here now. And we have, I hope I'm back now. We have some problems. So we're going just to see at the board. I cannot see the time, but Anna should absolutely, it's her time. She should take on G2. And after Queen E2, she should just go back and she could actually even take uh, the next one. So just take on G2. This is, or to take on F3 is absolutely very fine. Just take on F3. She is having lots of compensation with the 2 pawns for the exchange. So she can just take on F3 if she wants to. Just take that. She can also just take Queen take G2, take on E2, and then after she will go back and take on F3. I would say taking Queen take G2 is just such a good move also to be played. But maybe there could be some issue after that. So I would prefer Anna maybe just to take E take F3. And I will just speak with you without, we can't put out on the board. We had some problems. Anna is down to 4:45. I can see her clock now. I can see it very well. And so I take on G2 or take on F3. Both of them are absolutely fine to play. There is no mate. If she goes Queen take G2, there is only one move, Queen E2, and then I would say that Anna should take back, should go back with the Queen to G1, and after we will have. So she will take here. Queen E2 will absolutely be the only move her opponent will take, and then she can take on E2 and take on F3. She's having 3 pawns for the exchange. Just take on E2 and take on F3. She will have these huge pawns. She will have this huge pawn. So after Queen E2, just take it. They are having like her opponent has 11 minutes. He has to go Queen E2, but we take it and we take on F3. And Anna is having so many pawns, so she can absolutely go to the end game. Don't go Queen G3 because after Rook G1, Queen G4, there might be some tricks. So not go Queen G3. This would absolutely be a losing of the game. Yes, take on E2 and take on F3. You have these beautiful pawns to play with. This is just winning. So I just hope Anna will do that. Queen G3, Rook G1, and Anna would actually be losing the game. She would actually be with a piece down. She would maybe not lose the game, but it would be a pity to play like that. So she needs Queen D3 is a mistake. Yes, take on E2 and take on F3. You are having 3 pawns. You are actually having 3 pawns for the 3 pawns, or is it even 4 pawns? I don't think so. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Her opponent has 1, 2, 3. She's having 3 pawns. This is absolutely fine to play. So just, or maybe she only having 2 pawns, but this just take on E2 and take on F3. This is just very good to play. She can also go Queen H3. This is absolutely a possibility to play Queen H3. But then we have Knight G1. No, this would absolutely be losing. Not losing, but this would absolutely be a mistake. So just please, Anna, just go Queen take E2. If you do something else, you might be losing the game. So not Rook take F3. You can take with E pawn if you want. You can play this position, but I would take on E2 and Bishop take F3. And you have 2 pawns and a Bishop and a Rook left. You have no weaknesses. This is just a winning position. So please, Anna, just take on E2 and Bishop take F3. This is just very good. I'm sorry, we cannot see the board. Something has happened. There have been some technical issue. I'm not good at solving them. So we cannot see the board more than when they are playing here. So we just have to keep it. So, but it's just very important. She needs to take on E2. And even she's down like 2:34 seconds. If she goes Queen G3, she will actually, I think she will not get the piece back. She's playing with a rook down, so she needs to get the piece back. So taking on E2 is just very good. Taking on E2 is just fantastic. Yes, change the queens. Yes, change the queens. If you go rook, you Queen H3, Knight G1, she will play with her rook down. No, I don't want her to play with her rook down. Just take the queen and go to the endgame. You have 2 pawns more. That is absolutely fantastic to have. Her clock is ticking. Her opponent has only 120. Anna has 125. But she needs, no, don't take with the pawn. Just take on F3, and I would take with the bishop. But you can also take with the pawn and what. But I prefer to take with bishop. It keeps active, and you have g and h5 pawn to play with. You have so many pawns. So this is what I want to play. If she's moving the queen now and not changing, I think actually Anna will need to have to play with the rook down. And I don't want her to play with the rook down in this position. So she needs to take change queens. And I prefer to stay with the rook also. I want to have rook and bishop. I don't want to, because she has more pieces to attack with. So yes, taking on e2 is very, very important to play. And I'm scared she's going back. That could be, no, she will go back. No, she took like this. She took like this. This is absolutely also fine to play. Her opponent will take on g2, take on f8, and she will afterwards. She has this is absolutely fine. She wants to bring the. He will absolutely take it. She has a pawn on f2. He will certainly change rooks. I would have preferred and go something like here. Uh, so Anna is actually having, does she have 4 pawns? I think she has 4 pawns here. So this is very, very good. But she needed to change queens. This was maybe the best way of changing queens. So her opponent will change the rook. He needs to change the rook. Otherwise, Anna's rook will enter the position. He cannot go rook g1. He will need to change the rook. Here we have it. And they both have very little time. And now he needs to go rook g1. Anna needs to go bishop f3. And after bringing up, and he can never take on g2. So this is actually a winning position. Bishop on f3, marching down with the h pawn. He will needs to bring his king to f2, but there's no counterplay for her opponent. So maybe this was the best way of playing. I want to take on e2, but I think this was the best way. She got the pawn to g2. She only needs to get an h pawn to h2, and he cannot go closer with his king. He needs to play rook g1, queen, bishop f3, king d1, and now Anne can march with the h pawn, and he needs to go, and he never can take on g2 because Anna has so many extra pawns. So this is absolutely a winning position. Anna is having rook g1. We will absolutely see, and Anna will have to go bishop f3. She put the bishop on a more active place. So this is absolutely what we will have to see. But this is absolutely a very, I said absolutely, but this is just a beautiful position where Anna is having 3 passed pawns on the G and H file. She has a double G pawn, but it could actually be good because it will support the H pawn. So this was absolutely, she played the best, I would say. And actually on the other side, she's having, he's going, trying to get some counterplay out here, but now she can, Anna, yes, can start marching with her H pawn to H2. She can just start marching with her H pawn to H2. These pawns will just finishing the game very quickly. So I just like H5 marching down with the pawns. He cannot do anything with his king. She can always stop the king with b6. So H5 will be coming, and the pawn is going to H2. And we remember 2 pawns on the 6th rank cannot be stopped by a rook. And here, Anna, he is just going, she could actually, she doesn't even have to take this pawn. She could actually just leave it where it is. It's not making anything. She could actually just leave the pawn where it is. Just going h4. I think this is what she could do. But she will take it. King is coming up. We will go h4, king, h3, king, h2. Anna is going to get a queen very quickly because he needs to take it, and she will have 2 pawns on the second very, very quickly. There is no chance for her, for the rook, the only rook, to stop the 2 pawns. Her opponent wanted to try to create some counterplay. He wanted to go for the b7 pawn, but this is absolutely too slow. Her rook pawn, her h pawn is coming down to h2. We can also see Anna looks very, very calm here. She looks very, very quiet. She see that she is marching down with her pawn. Her opponent also realized that Anna's pawn is so much quicker. He will try to go and take b7, but it takes too many moves, and Anna's pawns will be so much quicker here. Now he's coming back, and he also lost for time. So here Anna won. She won the game, and she played this very beautiful. She played it rook take f2, and And here she got her first point. It was first time she played against a lower rated player, and in the end she played this beautiful rook take f2, and afterwards she played this very very nice end game with so many pawns and with exchange, and she got the pawn to g2. And here we can see both of them are just smiling. And Anna, I think Anna asked if he see the rook take on f2, and he said that 92 was a blunder, that he loved it. And yeah, so nice. It was a nice game. I'm sorry for the technical issue we have had, but just stay. Anna will be with you very soon. She will speak about the game, and she will tell you about the thoughts, and we will organize everything for the next round. So it will be working that. So yes, stay a little bit longer. I will say goodbye now, and we can see the king is on the black square, and actually both kings should be out, but it's a way of telling the board that black has won. So Anna has 1 out of 4. She's going to play the fifth round at 5 o'clock CET, 5 o'clock p.m. CET time, but she will be with you at any moment. So thank you so much. Thank you, and just stay a little bit longer, and Anna will be with you at any moment.
So I got what I deserved. You know it. I wanted it to hurt.
Hello? Am I live? Okay, I have no idea if I'm live. Okay, hello everyone. I am so happy. um, I think I played a really nice game. There was one point during the game where I fell asleep and I thought for 40 minutes and I wasn't even thinking about moves and I got so mad at myself after the game, or sorry, during the game that this happened. So I just went ahead and just went like, okay, Anna, we need to play the rest of the game with very, very, very little time, but we're gonna do it. But then when I saw Rook takes F2, I don't even know if it's like a good move there. I have no idea if it's the best move, but I just thought that it looked too good to not do it. Like, if I pass on the opportunity of playing Rook takes F2, I will regret it forever. So I told myself, okay, this is the most beautiful way of sacrificing a Rook. I truly believe it works. I couldn't find a way for him to defend, but I thought, okay, if I lose this game because I did this, then at least I tried. At least I really tried to play my best because I really believed in it. So I'm super happy. Let me know if it worked or not, because I honestly have no idea. But yeah, I am just so incredibly happy that I was able to win this game finally after so long. Finally. Also, can you still see me? Can you still see me? I hope you can. I'm not sure you can. Oh, it was a brilliant move. Yay! Oh, it froze. Oh, okay. I wanted to read you at the same time, but I guess that doesn't work. Or can I? What if I do like this? Can you see me now? Because now I can read you at the same time. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Oh, it was brilliant. I'm so happy. Wait, were you excited when I played Rook Takes Up 2, chat? Were you excited when I did it? Did you think I was gonna find it? Like, at first I was gonna play something like Queen F6, and then I thought Queen E2, Queen G5, Queen F1, Bishop G4, I thought, and I thought that I'm better. Like, it's probably minus 0.70 or minus 1, maybe. But then I thought Rook takes F2 probably just wins on the spot, so why not do it? 96% accuracy? Did I? Did I play 96% accuracy? Okay, chat, I am back. I am back. Okay, Anna is revived. It's time to play some good chess the rest of the tournament. I'm very motivated. I'm feeling very, very, very motivated. 96.9. What? Almost 97% accuracy? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 40 minutes for one meal? Yeah, so that I can explain. I fell asleep. I will be very honest with you and say that I didn't have breakfast this morning, and at one point I was so hungry and so tired, and I just felt how my eyes were closing, and I almost fell asleep at that point. So, yeah, during those 40 minutes, it wasn't even me thinking. It was literally just me having one, analysis paralysis, and two, just being super tired. But you know what happened? It was that after this 40-minute incident happened, I was like, okay, now I cannot fall asleep because then I would literally flag. So then I got really hyped, and then I got really excited, and then I played really fast the rest of the game. And then I saw that he started thinking, and then I got really excited because I was like, I might somehow overtake him time, even though he had like 50 minutes more. And I thought that that was really exciting. And then, yeah, it was a nightmare. I'm sorry, but we won, so that's all that matters. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. But no, I'm so happy. No, actually, the only thing that I was just feeling really tired because it was just so early in the morning. But that is why, everybody, now before my next game, I am going to take a Mad Monk. Guys, shout out to Mad Monk, everybody. I'm going to be taking a Mad Monk pill before my next game. I'm also gonna get food, but I'm gonna get food and I'm gonna get a Mad Monk pill. Mad Monk pill. We're sponsored by Mad Monk, or I am sponsored by Mad Monk, and I've been bringing all my Mad Monk to my chess tournament, which I'm very excited about. If you don't know what Mad Monk is, they are chewable pills that contain lots of nutrients, but the one that I'm going to take also contains caffeine, which is going to be perfect for my next game. So for the next round, you guys are going to see super hyped Anna because I didn't have time for a coffee and I should have just, taken a Mad Monk, but then I forgot when I was in the room and then I left. But I'm going to do it now before the next one. So guys, we have a link with Mad Monk, exclamation mark Mad Monk in chat. You can see it, madmonk.gg/Anna Cramling. If I win next game, you'll see that it fully works. Or at least if I play faster the next game, you will see that it fully works. You will see that it fully works. All right, everybody. I am very, very, very happy right now. I am extremely happy. Oh, it feels so good to win. It's such a different like life when you win or lose, you know? It's such a different life. You just feel so much better. My next game is at 5 p.m. CEST, so it's in 3 hours and 20 minutes. So we will be going live again a little bit before that. Oh, there's a wasp. I'm running. There's a wasp, 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 wasp. Um, I'll be back in around 3 hours. My mom will be doing commentary just like always. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching the stream. I'm gonna go now and get some sleep, get some Mad Monk, get some food. Perfect trio mix. And I can't stand still. I literally cannot stand. It's in my hair? No, it's not. Don't scare me. Don't scare me. It's not in my hair. Okay. All right. um. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching the stream. I will be rating somebody, and for the first time ever, I will not have to stop the stream before this. I will be able to rate someone online, so don't go anywhere. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm gonna rate Pepe Cuenca. Thank you so much, YouTube chat. Thank you so much, Twitch chat. It is amazing, 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 amazing to feel like we are back in the game, and I feel really good for the next round as well. And now you see that I am the kind of person that plays very tactical chess. Like for the people that say, Anna, you play boring chess, I do not. You cannot call my chess boring. You may call it whatever you want, but it is not boring. That you have to agree on. That you have to completely agree on. Okay, Pepe Cuenca is probably streaming in Spanish, but that's okay. You guys can all learn some Spanish. I'll see you all in 3 hours, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you very soon. Bye, YouTube. Bye, Twitch. See you later. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye.